Welcome everybody to BattleMania Season 3, which is going to be week 4 this week, which will be the final week here of Season 3 before we go into the Season 3 Invitational. And in the semi-finals today, we have some absolutely excellent players. So at the moment, we have Void up against Tank, and then we have Biblington, who will be going up against either a Rubber Duck of War or Dr. Coco Sick, otherwise known as Mythal. There should be some awesome semi-finals. So welcome to everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening wherever you are. And yes, it looks like here originally we are going to be having Wood Elves against Bretonia. Very, very nice. So we had a Wood Elves banning Greenskin and Dowie. Obviously Dowie can be very good here up against the Wood Elves. Although, is it one of their top bans anymore? I'm really not too sure. Mr. Caradog, how are we doing? CJ, Mr. Blackthorn, how are we? How is everybody today? And the rest of you in chat, welcome. Let's have a little look here. So I believe you partook today, didn't you, Caradog? Who did you play up against? Oh, you lost to Tank in the quarterfinals. What happened there, Mr. Caradog, up against Tank? I imagine that was a fantastic game between the pair of you. Welcome, Igu. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. Here we go, indeed. Here we go. Super excited. Super excited. I did see the blocker. I actually have the blocker, if you bear with me. If you bear with me. Just got to find where I put it. I certainly put it in here. I'm for sure I put it in here. I put it under Caradog. Why can't I find it? I saved it, but I can't find it. I've got it here. And, oh, looks like Void dropped out. Let's see what happened to Void. Oops, that was not meant to happen. Not too sure what's happened there. Okie dokie. Right, trying to see if we can do that now. It might not like it, to be fair. Go away. No, it appears to not like your image for some reason. Maybe it's under PNG. have a look if I can see it. Ah, there we go. That was the problem. And if we pop this on, it's a bit big right now, but let's see if we can alter that. There we go. So there's quite a cool image here from Caradoc who sent that through. Hopefully we might be able to see if we can expand that just a little bit more. There we go. Oh, looks like I missed a bit. Logic, can you please fast check Discord? Yeah, of course. Where am I fast checking Discord, buddy? Oh. Alright, looks like they're both ready. Logic, can you please fast check Discord? I have a question I have in mind for the rest of the stream. Yeah, sure, man. Check it in. Hello, Zypher. How you doing, buddy? I did like it. I like the picture a lot, Zypher. I like the picture a lot. Hello, Glenn. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I think a lot of people are catching up on greenskins. I think a lot of people are catching up on them. Greenskins are like very strong, but I think a lot of people are getting used to how to play them. And also, like, I think there's something else. So you said you played greenskins into Dowie. Did he bring a Royal Air Force, Caradoc? I don't know if he brought a Royal Air Force. How did they forget to put Marathi on it? Marathi is in heart. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got Grombrindle, it's got Carla Franz. It's got some really, really cool characters on it. I really like it. I really like it. Yeah, the TK break game was very good yesterday, CJ. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed that a lot. Oh, you took 3 Doom Divers. Did he take cannons, I assume? I assume there was cannons there somewhere. Almost good value. I mean, Doom Divers can do really well. The only problem is if the opponent brings cannons as the dwarves, you're pretty screwed. Hi, Still Bonnet, how you doing? Today we have a Void up against Tank in the final. I have really tried to work on getting some things up here. I'm not the best techno whiz, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. But whilst we're waiting here, we can appreciate the picture here sent in from Caradoc whilst we're waiting. We'll just wait for that here until these boys are ready. But how you doing, Still Bonnet? Hope you're doing well today. By the way, Logic, what are your opinions on the DLC? My opinions on the DLC are... I'll have to think about that one. I like it. I'm not a big fan of the teaser. I love the teaser trailer, and it truly is a teaser trailer. But for the most part, it is just a teaser trailer. It's not showing too much at the moment. It's not saying too much. We'll get into that in a moment. Anyway, let's hop in. So it looks like we're going to have some Knights of the Realm here in the front line. So 1, 2, 3, 4 units of them. And we're also going to have the double Knights Errant to deal with that. Infantry. Oh, looks like maybe that triple. So shed tons of Knights. We're also going to have some Peasant Pox Arrows here. Lots of Pox Arrows, 3 of those. And the double Peasant Bowman. No fire arrows, which is quite interesting. No fire arrows. So we are going to have the Fate Enchantress here on the floor, as per usual. She will be coming in with her Mortis effect here with the Mist of the Lady, as well as having Awakening of the Woods, Earthblood, the Chalice of Potions, and Life Bloom. And in the sky we will have the double Simps here, the Paladins, one with Guardian and the Shield, which I think actually the Shield's quite nice. So for those who don't really know what the Shield is, it's the Charm Shield that gives that damage resistance and missile parry. And then we have the second Naked Paladin. Obviously, the one that does have Guardian will not be getting that protection, so you can use the shield to protect himself anyway. Right, so for the front line, we are going to have shed loads of archers by the looks. Looks like some Deepwood Scouts, Swiss Shiver Shards. 1, 2, 3, probably 4 of those, yep, to negate that physical resistance, so very good there. So Rats of the Frozen Heart in behind them, and some normal Dryads for that fear. We are going to have a couple of units actually of chaff in the front line, some men-at-arms and some peasant mobs. In the back, we'll also be having some more archers here with some Glade Guard with the Starfire shafts, with some Eternal Guards with shields, and mass infantry, cheap range as well. And who is the Lord Choice today? The Lord Choice will be in the front, and it's Drycha. I think Drycha is one of the more competitive now here for the Wood Elves for sure. But she's going to be having Rebels to Rouse, as well as the Pendulum, Mystifying Miasma, Smoke and Mirrors, which, yeah, I don't really know if you need Smoke and Mirrors here in this matchup, but then you also be having that Fanatical Resolve. So some really, really awesome stuff. So I really like the Swiss Shiver Shards. They fire obviously 2 shots in one go, and also they just negate that physical resistance that you can get from like elite cavalry. You know, if you do bring in some Guardians, they also do, some Grey Knights, they come in with that 20% physical resistance. So it's like immediately in the back, we are going to see the Malevolent Dryad summon going straight onto the Knights of the Realm, trying to shut down. I think they were actually going after the Peasant Bowman, and I think that was the intended target. But it looks like they've got their 2-for-1 price going on here. Knights come around the pocket, immediately trying to shut down the Swiss Shiver Shards, and this is going to be some brilliant value. No cavalry here on the side of tank. As you can see, shutting down some Deepwood Scouts immediately, but we do have some Eternal Guards to hopefully try and counter some of these Knights. Looks like the Knights Errants are going to be taking the brunt. Another brunt here as, oh my god, you're going to be seeing all sorts of Eternal Guards going left, right and centre. And a fantastic micro here from Void with the Knights of the Realm, Errant Knights, and all sorts of things just whipping around into these back flanks, just shutting down the Deepwood Scouts, Shiver Shards, and also getting in here and just shutting down all of the other archers as well. So here it looks like in the pocket we are going to have is that Malevolent Dryads with Drycha trying to fight up against the Paladin, which just have Enfeebling Foe down, upgraded for that extra duration, and Knights of the Realm here. So it looks like Drycha is going to be getting a punch in here up against that nice Paladin. Looks like we have lost some Shiver Shards already, but we still have some Glade Guard with the Starfire Shaft shooting. They come immediately back on, and they are going to be shooting straight into the pocket here up against the Knights of the Realm. Knights of the Realm really need to be dealt with here, as they are going to be really shredding up against the Swift Shiver Shards. So we are pushing off one unit, but there's so many. In the back line, looks like these peasants are going to get away stock free, just shooting here into this pocket of infantry up against the Wood Elves, and that's fantastic if you are the Brett player. Coming here, we see some men-at-arms really going to try and protect up against these slow Peasant Bowmen. Peasant Bowmen only have 33 speed, and you do have, well, it has been slowed, but the Dryads only have some in the region about 46. So really cleaning up in the back here. There's a fantastic clinic here coming from Void. There's the balance of power already pushing into the Bretonnian favour. Just really shutting down these Deepwood Scouts, doing some fantastic damage value. That's enough for them to go. I don't think you're going to be seeing the second unit back either. And the third unit has been shut down here at Swift Shiver Shards. Just one left here on the right-hand side. They are going to be shooting into the Peasant Pox arrows, just so they don't keep poisoning the Eternal Guards. The Eternal Guards have been slowed to 26 speed, so they won't be able to catch. But a nice awakening in the woods here in the pocket to maybe try and help the Fae get out of this little disaster. As you can see in the front line, we are going to be seeing Drycha shutting down a unit of Peasant Pox, which is perfect, and the Peasant Bowmen are going to be running. The Peasant Bowmen here are phenomenally useful for the Bretonnian here in this matchup. It looks like both the Paladins will be fighting, and with the bonus first large from both of them is going to be really handy here up against Drycha. But I don't know how they fare in combat. It looks like we have 68 with the magic. We'll actually just get straight through that physical resistance, which is really handy. Which means Guardian pretty much useless here for that entity, especially when fighting up against Drycha and Drycha. So we have some men-at-arms as well as the peasant mobs here fighting into this blob. And Drycha with that 68 melee attack, obviously just punching the crap out of the Paladin, especially when the Enfeebling Foe going down. Earthblood is trying to help as well, but that's really not going to help when this Paladin here does only have 16 defense. So if we look a little bit more map-wide here, we're going to see some nice Knights of the Realm over here on the right. It's like 2 units of those. And in the back right here, we will be seeing some Knights Errants just chasing off. And we have a very full, healthy unit of Eternal Guard here from Tank that could really do with getting involved here. We have some more Knights of the Realms, and yeah, 2 units here. These boys need to get involved. Another Awakening of the Woods. I really like this here from Void. He's trying to get his opponent Tank here to surround the lady and trying to use some Awakening of the Woods to do some good area effect damage value. Also, we have some arrow shooting into the backside of the Dryads as they're going to run away. Both of the Paladins here in the sky are going to be chasing and there's really nothing Drycha can do about it. It's pretty much going to be Drycha versus the world now. Drycha's just going to be fighting up against the men-at-arms, and very good there from Void, just going to be trying to soak up as much damage and do as much damage as possible here up against Drycha as well. So the Eternal Guards are just getting kited now at 26 speed. So we've got some Pox arrows here and some normal here. So once the Pox arrows can shoot in the back, they'll never catch the other units. And some cycle charging. This is excellent here. Cycle charging for the Knight's Realm as well. Not only is he spreading these apart, he's microing here and microing elsewhere on the battlefield. It's absolutely fantastic to see here from Void. This guy has been practicing very, very much, clearly. Looks like here we did have the nice chance of potions going down. Knights of the Realm will be running away from the very healthy unit of Eternal Guard with shields. But we have two very healthy units. As you can see here, the Peasant Mobs will be running away. And as long as he keeps shooting, this is absolutely fine. We are starting to see some Dryads come back in, but they're going to be down to 12 leadership here. Really quite struggling. Any sort of cycle charging here could be really, really dangerous. We do have 2 units of Dryads, and where's Drycha? Drycha is going to be trying to come through to help aid that leadership, but I don't think it's going to be enough here with the Fae, Earthblood going down, and all of the good bits and bobs. I think it's going to be GG's here, and it'll be Balance of Power in just a second. So over here, though, we do actually manage to have some Eternal Guard. We're actually doing some quite good jobs up against the Knights of the Realm, but yeah, I think that was a bit of a concede there. But yeah, I really like it. I mean, this is a phenomenal army from Void, but 1.15 here from Drycha, front line, 690, 350, 600, 325, 600, and 400 for the Dryads, and 212 for the Wraths. Looks like the Grey Guard didn't really do too much. 455, 170, 400, 570, and 260. I like them pushing forward, trying to get some early damage value, but there really just wasn't enough to protect, which was a bit of a shame. Let's have a look here. So 1,380 for the Fae, 230 and 200 for the Paladins. Yeah, not too much on the front line, of course. Looks like 300 and 370. Pox arrows, let's have a look. 222, 280. Yeah, really not too much. It all comes down to the Cav. 1.1, 360, 1,000, 1,380, 415, 1,100, and 1,100 again. Just all paying for themselves comfortably. And I think this is a really difficult matchup here where you have to decide whether, because you can't really win the cavalry game. The cavalry is going to be better for cheaper here for the Bretonnians, I think anyway. For value, they do a lot better, and you'll also have more cavalry. So you could just constantly, if you keep on top of your micro, you could just keep cycle charging and getting that value. So I think it's really difficult, and I think Tank tried to do something different, and unfortunately here it didn't work today. Is it your first time? This surely isn't your first time in the semi-finals of BattleMania Bimington. Surely not. Surely not. Surely this is not your first one. Surely, guessing this is game one. Yes, this was game one. Yeah, I was just saying, Ducky. I hopefully 100% by the final, I will have names and tags at the top. I've been working on it. I think Void got into top 48 in WWC or something close. I think he lost to Alfredo or Even Star. I think it was Alfredo. If my memory serves me correctly, I think it was Alfredo. But actually, for the first BattleMania in the final, in the Invitational, in the semi-finals, we actually had Void going up against Even Star in a best of 5, and whew, that was a game. It went to game 5, and it was super close between the two of them, with actually Void just tipping it. Pretty sure it's my first semi-finals. Could be wrong though. Oh, I mean, I'm hyped, dude. I'm hyped for you in the semi-finals. This screen blocker is awesome, right? It is so good. It was sent in from Caradoc, and if anybody else wants to send in more screen blockers like this, please feel free. Please feel free to send them in, and just send them in and in. That'll be just keep sending them in, and I'll keep sharing them. Be awesome. try and see if I can... Put that in the middle there somehow. Make it look just a little bit better. There we go, by technical wizard myself. Looks good. There we go. Let's lock that in place. Watch how I magically move that around. It looks insane. It looks insane. Yeah, the screen blocker is awesome. It is so cool. Map, please. Yes, sorry, Tank. If in doubt, it is on the thing. We're on Troll Country. Hello, For Poland. How you doing, buddy? How come you aren't showing my screen blocker? Which was your screen blocker, buddy? I didn't see a screen blocker from you. We'll look in the chat. Oh, look, screen blocker. What did you send as a screen blocker? I got some from Cyrus as well. Got some really awesome ones from him. I got an awesome one from Caradoc as well. You didn't send me a screen blocker, buddy. I didn't see any screen blockers from you. How did your games go today, Mr. For Poland? How did your games go, buddy? I saw, let's see. Did I see you playing? Oh, you didn't play today. Okay, I thought I saw you today. No, that's right, buddy. Send it in. Send it in the Discord. Alrighty, so let's look into here. So we have Chaos banning VC and Lizardmen. So yeah, pretty good stuff. And we have Bretonia from Tank. So it looks like here. I think this is really funny, and I'm gonna say this now on live stream with everybody in the chat. I see a lot more people playing Bretonia, and a lot less people playing Greenskins, because I think people know that a massive nerf is going to come in for Greenskins. In this next patch, people are recognizing it's coming. And you know what? I can see people practicing Bretonia for a reason, because I think Bretonia are going to be one of the only S-tier factions left. There might be some differences and some changes from Bretonia as well, but I've seen a lot more of Bretonia recently. But I think some of the new factions, let's say Bretonia, get altered a little bit, as well as Greenskins. You know, maybe they're just notched down a little bit for Bretonia and then quite a bit for Greenskins. You'll probably look at some of the top factions being Wet Elves, Chaos, Lizardmen. You know, they're going to be some of the new top factions for sure. Skaven as well. You cannot forget about Skaven. You see, Greenskins are strong, and they are very strong, and without doubt, I'll say now they are the strongest faction. But many people talk about them like they're undefeatable, and the true reality of it is that it's not. It even happened in the finals of the WWC. I've seen it in Tisti's tournaments. I've seen it in H1 Suns tournaments. I even saw Tisti lose to his VP build as Greenskins, knowing that it was possible that it could come here from Lunacy. Lunacy brought it and beat his greenskins with him. Like, it is doable. Like, you can bring factions that can win. You know, Bretonia being one of them. Lizard Men, which are normally banned anyway, but you can bring Lizard Men that can beat them. You can bring VC that can beat them. You can bring Tomb Kings that can beat them. You can bring VP that can bring them. There are factions that can do it, but it is tough. It is tough. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. But it is doable, and I think a lot more people have caught on to what you can and can't do, and what Greenskins can and can't get away with. And the thing is, for Greenskins to be OP, and for Greenskins to be like way over the top, they have to bring those elements. And so therefore, you know what the Greenskin players are going to bring. You just have to counter it the best way you possibly can. And then it just comes down to an element of micro understanding of the game. And honestly, getting your clicks right. Getting your clicks right. I mean, I'd be more than happy for people in the chat to tell me differently. Maybe I'd love to bounce some ideas off you guys, but I think obviously people have some hatred for greenskins. I think they're powerful, and I think they're the strongest in the game by a considerable margin. But and the WWC didn't quite prove it, but it definitely showed throughout all 3 levels of the competition. It showed for them to be the strongest, or definitely the most percentage-wise. Their win rate was very consistent. It was by far the most consistent. Whilst there were some other factions that had a very high top-end skill bracket, you know, Bretonia and Wood Elves specifically. So when they got to the very, very end, like the highest winning percentage was actually Wood Elves. And in any single tier, Greenskins didn't actually top any of the brackets. I don't think Beastmen will be S tier for sure. They won't be. I think they might move it. I think it really depends what comes in for them. If I was in the balance team, I would double all the stats for it. Oh dear. I don't think Beastmen will become S tier. There's no way they go from F tier to S tier. I just don't think there's going to be enough content for them to come in. We know we've got a Legendary Lord, and I don't know what else I'll say, but we've definitely got another good entity coming in as well, with obviously some other units, right? So we've got a good faction-wide bonuses coming in for the Beastmen, right? Which is really going to help filter out the faction a little bit and allow them to deal with other elements that more, you know, that are, you know, Beastmen could still win a lot of matchups at the moment. I think they're going to become a lot stronger. I think they could become an A tier for sure. And I think they're just going to have a wider roster that can deal with more, or at least give them less weaknesses. Maybe even get to the point where they actually could be considered almost the first choice. But they need some things. They need some stuff, for sure. They need some stuff. Alright. Let's do it. So Troll Country, Bretonia up against Chaos. This should be interesting. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the video, please feel free to leave a like. I would really appreciate that. And if you are brand new here, also do think about subscribing if you are enjoying today's stream. That would also really help me here on my growth to 1,000 subscribers. That would be fantastic. But yeah, let's hop in here. Game 2 of the semi-finals. We'll be fighting here with Tank up against Void. Void here will be with the Chaos, and we have Bretonia with the big bad Tank. In my opinion, I think Liz will become to S tier. I think if Greenskins get nerfed, I think the S tiers will be Lizardman, Bretonia. It depends if there's any altercations to Bretonia. Alright, let's hop into this. Yeah, there's nothing going on yet, buddy. Igu, there's nothing going on yet. I'll let you know. I've just got the picture here. We're just waiting to load in. So I'll give you something to look at before we get in. But I appreciate that, though. I appreciate that. All right, here we are. We're in. And we're here. So it looks like we have some Chaos Spawn, alongside a few units of Chaos Warriors with those halberds, and a nice armor-piercing great weapon, Chaos Warriors. We have the big Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with his nice double-pronged sword, and he will be having the Scroll of Shielding, Burning Head, and Kindle Flame. We'll be having the big bad Prince Sigfold as well, with that auric armor. Also coming in with Slippery, Heroic Killing Blow, and Stand or Die. Over here on the right, we'll be having 2 units of Marauder Throwing Axes, as well as the Chaos Warhounds. Chaos Warhounds will be very good at shutting down that backline range. Looks like here we've got mass armor, and we have a Soul of Damnation here for Void. I don't think I've ever seen Void play like this, but this should be interesting to see how it's going to work. That nice Unbreakable unit here for the Chaos Spawn is going to be really important in this pocket, just to hold out as long as possible, to allow the Soul of Damnation here to get its value. But lots of Chaos Warriors with those halberds, and the great weapons here to deal with that armor piercing and the onslaught of cavalry coming forward. In the sky, we have, oh my god, we have some Royal Hippogriff Knights. Fantastic stuff there with that terror, also that physical resistance. 6 models here for these beautiful things. We have King Leon Kerr in the sky. We'll be having all sorts of items. So the Sword of Corone, as well as Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker, the Lady's Champion, and the Blessing of the Lady. We also got a second unit of the Royal Hippogriff Knights, and in the back we'll be having some Peasant Bowmen Pox Arrows. And we'll also be having some Foot Squires with some more Pox Arrows. The Foot Squire is going to be the bonus for infantry, anti-infantry, and armor piercing. So it's going to be very good here at dealing with those, with some peasant mobs in the front. So for the magic today, we do actually have a life caster. So down to a life with the Earthblood, as well as that looks like Life Bloom. And I can't quite see what that is. It looks like Dwellers Below. Fantastic. Alright, so the Soul of Damnation already getting 12 kills here in the front line up against the Foot Squires. Perfect choices there, and I really like the AP from the Marauder Throwing Axes. They're going to have some very good armor-piercing values here to deal with all things. Looks like the Chaos Warhounds are in the back, just being patient. Very, very patient, and this is what Void is exceptionally good at, is just waiting. You have to wait, and eventually they'll come in and they will get that value. Throwing Axes here, still going in the sky up against King Leon Kerr, getting that damage value, and that Soul of Damnation going to be hitting straight into the midline up against the Foot Squires, getting that good damage value. Looks like it's a bit under half health now, and going to be down to 58 models. Very good at shutting down these nice armor-piercing anti-infantry models. The pocket has been opened here. As you can see in the back, there's going to be a gigantic gap here, where it looks like, I'm not too sure what's happened, but it looks like it's going to be just a ginormous pocket for the boys here to fire through. Sigfold is going to be running away, but lots here are going to be chasing up against Leon Kerr. Looks like he has used Foe Seeker. He's trying to get into the sky, 124 speed, but getting bogged down here by Marauder Throwing Axes, and the Axes have let him go. For the counter charge, we are going to see the Royal Hippogriff Knights trying to chase into the Marauder Throwing Axes, but the Marauder Throwing Axes are going to get away in the sky with that nice 90 speed here for the Royal Hippogriff Knights. They're in the back, really trying to shut down the Soul of Damnation, and I don't blame them. That thing is devastating up against your peasant archers. Looks like they're going to get away here. A little bit of damage on them, not too much here to worry about. King Leon Kerr will be flying in the sky, nice and high, trying to just imbue that terror. He's going to be coming down, nice swoop here onto the Soul of Damnation, but it looks like he might get pinned in. Oh, is that one model going to pin him in? No, it looks like he is going to get away, so good stuff there. Royal Hippogriff Knights are coming in for the rear charge here up against the Marauder Throwing Axes. Looks like the Marauder Throwing Axes were slightly under micro there, as there was a Burning Head going in the front up against the Foot Squires and the Peasant Mobs, but still managing to get away here, just about enough micro here to get out. Royal Hippogriff Knights coming in for those cycle charges. Really good luck, have fun from both of them. Very nice, like to see that. And Foot Squires here in the pocket will be fighting up the Chaos Halberds. Poison here in the front line up against the Chaos Warriors with the great weapons. They do have that 100 armor, but they're still susceptible to getting shot, and they will take damage over time. So we do have a broken unit of Peasant Mobs with the Pox Arrows, and more than likely the Soul of Damnation will just continue here to shoot. And in the back, this is the patience that we waited for. Look at this. The hounds now are on top of the Damsel of Life, and this is perfect. This is what patience pays off in this game. Some fantastic stuff coming from Void, and the Damsel of Life is now in some serious trouble. If she goes down, this can be really, really painful in the late game, and I don't think tanks noticed. I don't think so. Otherwise, these Raw Hippogriff Knights would be A-lining it straight in the back here to save her for sure. But here in the back, it looks like we do have some Chaos Warriors with the great weapons here, just trying to zone out against the Raw Hippogriff Knights. Trying to do that absolutely best. Another burning head here in the front up against the Peasant Pox Arrows. As we can see here, is she on foot? Yes, it looks like the foot damsel has been caught. She has broken, and these Warhounds are going to do the utmost best here to do as much damage value to ensure that she doesn't come back. Tank has just noticed that mistake and is going to be moving the Raw Hippogriff Knights, both of them back here to save her, if at all possible. In the pocket here, looks like the Solid Damnation is still firing up to 53 kills. King Leonker is going for a brave dive here into the pocket. The Chaos One are going to be very good at pinning him in, and this could be really painful here for King Leonker. Stand your ground going down. Is he going to be able to get out? I don't know. Sigvold's in there as well, and it looks like the Royal Hippogriff Knights are really trying to aid in protecting the Damsel, and the Damsel is going to be down to 580 health. And where is Leonker? It's another burning hint here. This burning hint could be exceptional. Really good burning hint here on the Peasants, as well as the Foot Squires. Britonia here with King Leonker just about getting out. He should get the kill there. Is that enough to stop the Solid Damnation? No, it doesn't look like. Looks like there's enough cannon crew there to continue fire. I think you can drop down to 3 and you should be okay. The Damsel of Life is still going to be alive, but very susceptible here to the doggos getting on. Where did the doggos go is the question. It looks like the doggos were pushed off, but they did. That nearly paid off in Void. That was some fantastic stuff. Double doggos there. No chance. No chance. She's gone. Alright, so the Soul is going to be firing here into the Foot Squires. The Foot Squires is going to be the only thing here that can really deal with this box. Balance of power pushing into the Chaos favour. Looks like it's going to be 400 for the Chaos and 500 here left for the Bretonians. We still have lots of Pox Arrows though. Pox Arrows could be very handy here. Look at this pocket. Dwellers below here right now would be absolutely fantastic. Big hit here up against the Foot Squires. They have now been down to 48 models. They will be fighting up against the AP Great Weapons of the Chaos Warriors. And another burning head here going down on the Peasant Pox Arrows. And look at that value. That's some phenomenal work here. Just coming from burning head, that's all you need here for this. Dealing with all of these sweaty peasants. And what's going to be left here? Looks like we have some Raw Hippogriff Knights. They're willing to see if they can link up with King Leonker, get a nice heal, and see if we can get straight back into the pocket and start dealing with certain entities. Broken units here, still firing though from the Peasant Pox Arrows, but they're left there for too long, and that's some really good stuff. The Foot Squires have been broken. A heal going down should hopefully be able to help out the Damsel's Life as well, who's super low. So she does have a healing cap, and that is more than likely going to be roughly about 800, I imagine. No, it looks like she'll get away with 900. She's going to be 939. Really not a lot here. But pushing down, looks like the cannon crew, so there's 4 left. So it looks like the cannon crew have given up. It has been destroyed here. So the Solid Damnation has gone down. But these boys have done their value for sure. 81 kills. Really helpful here. Even just reducing up against that leadership. In the sky, Leonker has been flying around trying to imbue that terror where here or there he can, but you need something to deal with these Chaos Spawn. You need those Pox Arrows to shoot into them and really get that damage value up against the lowly armoured units. That burning head, really good damage value, -8 due to burnt, and that will shatter the Pox Arrows. Fantastic work there. Balance of power, pretty even. 280 here for the Bretonians, and it looks like 350 for the Chaos. There's some good AP coming through here. The Great Weapons. Great Weapons are going to get rear charge here by the Royal Hippogriff Knights. They're going to do some good value. It looks like we're going to have the Double Foot Squires hop on as well, try and get that extra damage value. Stop them from getting away and continuously get that value coming through. As well as the Chaos Spawn here with that nice fear coming in to also help just deal with these Royal Hippogriff Knights. If they can pin them in and get some Halberdiers in here, that would be some excellent work from Void. Peasant mobs are going to be wavering in the back. We only have 1 unit of the Peasant Pox Arrows left, and the lady is going to be on her own here. And it looks like the boys are going to be in the back fighting up against a single unit of the Chaos Warrior Halberds. They have been terrified. I'm sure you can get Leonker back into the pocket. And Dwellers below, it looks like it's just about going to miss there, unfortunately. So the problem here is that Sigvold is super healthy, and I don't think he's taken much damage at all. But I think the correct thing has been done. He has been ignored, which is the perfect thing to do in my opinion. Just ignore him. He's super tanky. Deal with the rest of the army, and then just try and see if you can hit him down low enough that you can break him without getting all that healing through in the later stages of this game. So let's get a nice overview here. I don't really know why we have too much left. We have one very weak unit of Foot Squires, 2 units of the Royal Hippogriff Knights, and King Leon Kerr. There's really not much left. Once this unit here does break off the Foot Squires, you pretty much are in sustained combat with either Leon Kerr or a unit of Hippogriff Knights, and they will go down to continuous fighting. You kind of have to keep the Dance of Life alive. You can't keep her. Maybe actually healing the Pox arrows could be really handy here. Just keep them shooting so you can continuously keep cycle charging here with the Royal Hippogriff Knights. But if there's really not much left, I don't think. It's starting to become a little bit scary here for tank. There's like a rear charge here up against the Halberdiers here for the Chaos Warriors. And they might actually break the Chaos Warriors with the great weapons. Yes, they have broken. So it will be one unit going off. That's some brilliant stuff. You can chase them using the unit in the sky here. And that will count as you're attacking. Looks like the Pox arrows have come back. So let's get these Pox arrows in shooting as soon as possible. And that's poisoning can be some really, really handy stuff. As long as you've got one unit here attacking the Chaos Warriors that are routing, then you have that continuous... we have that continuous attacking roll going off, and then you can just continue to cycle charge here in this pocket. So what's going down here? Looks like the Sword of Crone going down for the negative armor and negative melee defense. That's really going to be helpful for the Royal Hippogriff Knights. The Royal Hippogriff Knights here are down to 1.3, 4 models left there, and let's have a look. Leon Kerr 3.9 coming up to his healing cap as well, and the last units here, the Royal Hippogriff Knights, will be 4 out of 6. Don't know how many Earthblights we've got left, but we could really start with doing some here, especially on the ones on the left. And the Pox arrow is still in. Really want to see these guys get involved as quickly as possible. I think tank has forgot them. And it looks like there's going to be another unit over here on the left. We do actually have them come back in, so another unit of Foot Squires, but they'll pretty much break on entry. So also we do have a shattered unit of great weapons, and we do have the Halberdiers coming back into the pocket, nicely pushing those off. Good. You can see a continuous cycle charging here up against the Halberdiers, which is just the perfect work. This is exactly what you need to get rid of. Looks like one has been broken, or has it been shattered? I'm not too sure. I can't see it. No, it looks like there's 3 in. Looks like the banner just moved. Oh no, this is a problem. This is a problem. So the Chaos one here that look absolutely terrifying are going to be chasing up against the Damsel. They should be faster. 42 speed up against 38, so they should catch her. But it looks like the brave men of Bretonnia, the Foot Squires, will be coming in. They'll get dumpstered in no second. Damsel will be running, and she'll just have to continuously keep running here. It looks like the Pox arrows have gone as well. I'm not sure what happened to those Pox arrows. I don't think they were chased off, were they? Maybe that's where the Chaos Spawn went. But this is really good from Void, keeping this blob nice and tight, allowing King Leon Kerr to continuously cycle charge it, get the value where you can, and that's a really nice hop on. One comes down, Void wraps around these Royal Hippogriff Knights and really tries to shut them down. 2 models left, 900 HP for them. It looks like we did get an Earthblood and a Stand Your Ground going down. This is where you really try and get your value in now. Get that plus 24 melee defense, including that increased leadership, and just try and get in and get that damage value where you can. Really try and shut down these Halberdiers. Get rid of the Halberdiers. This could be doable. This could be doable. I don't think there's enough here to get rid of such healthy Halberdiers. One at 1.7, second at 1.75, and the third is going to be at 1.5. This Damsel can't do anything. This Damsel is, at this point, she just needs to keep alive. Dwellers below here would have been perfect. Get them all in, Dwellers below, and then get out. That's probably would have been a little bit better there. Leon Kerr took a truckload of damage there. He's at 2,000 HP left. Last units of Royal Hippogriff Knights will be breaking. And, oh, and a burning. Is that a burning head? Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll get a burning head pretty much his entire army. And yeah, just like Leon Kerr will be breaking here in the middle. Foseeker going off. He's been popped into by everybody. And GG's indeed. I've designed a screen blocker for me versus Bib. Oh yeah? Send it in, buddy. Send it in. Send it in, the screen blocker. Let's have a look. Oh dear God. Alright. Oh dear. All right, I'll put that up, no problem. We'll do that in a second. We'll do that in a second. GG's indeed here from both sides. GG's. Let's hop through here. So 60 kills, 1.2 for tank. And let's go with the Royal Hippogriff Knights. 1,350 and 960 for the second unit. 380 damage value for the Pox Arrows. 630, 415. And let's get the men here. 580, 330, 380, 570, and 350 for the 5 units of Foot Squires. And here looks like 82, 40, and yeah, just nothing in the front line. Damsel 700 though, not too bad from the Damsel 700. We'll probably expect a bit more from the Dwellers Below, but yeah. Let's have a look here. So 1.58 here from Prince Sigvold, 133 kills, 1,850 from just one burning head. That's what you're bringing in. Just the burning head is just fantastic here. 1,000, 1,260, 1,460, and 200 with. You can take 5 halberdiers, can't you? I'm pretty sure you can take 5 halberdiers. 450. Let me just double check that. Oh, it's going to be at the bottom, isn't it? Yes, you can take. You can take 5, but then 8 in total. Okay. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I thought it was, yeah, so he's fine, because he's also got 2 grey weapons as well. Of course, so 400, 680, 1,170 for the Mortar Throwing Axes, 920, 1.3 here from the Chaos Warhounds, brilliant stuff there from them, and actually really like the Chaos Spawn pick, 1,580, and 81 kills for 870 here for the Soul of Damnation. Awesome, awesome stuff. GG's indeed to Mr. Tank. Thank you very much for playing, buddy. It was really, really nice to have you here on stream. So we'll be having Void in the final, and I think if Void wins this, he'll be very, very close to the top. So we'll be having Bibliton up against a Rubber Duck of War, and do I have something for you guys? I'm going to get this ready. Let's implement it here. Image. Alright, let's see if I can find this thing. I might be able to. I might have to save that again, see if I can find it. I might be able to find it there, to be fair. Right, let's see if we can find this. Let's do it. All right, there we go. Well, Logic, do you think TK versus Brett is Brett favoured? Yeah, I think it's Brett favoured. For sure. For sure it's Brett favoured. I think so. Alright, so if you can't tell, we're going to be having Biblington up against Rubber Duck of War. Alright. I will root for the one who picks Hiles or Brett first. Oh, fair enough. Hey, Blackthorn, how you doing, buddy? Glad you love it, Blackthorn. Glad you love it. If we finish early, will it be a cost stream today? Oh, you want to do King of the Hill afterwards? Really? You guys want to do King of the Hill afterwards? How you doing, Magnus? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Cost would be nice, yes, but please not Randall's gift. Don't want to don't want to play TK again. Alright, I'll leave it up to you guys, and I'll leave it up. It can be Randall's gift or it can be normal. Alright, it looks like Bimbleton. I pick Empire and ban VC and Lizardmen. Now, I think for Empire, I don't really think you need to ban Lizardmen, but I think he's banned Lizardmen because he knows Ducky would want to go Lizardmen. Now, this actually allows Ducky to go Greenskins. Would he go Greenskins? No. But we have Bretonia that are available. Bretonia can do well in this matchup. He might even go Empire into this. You never know. You could see many things, really. Yes, yes it is. It's fun to see you get Beastmen. Nobody got Beastmen once in the Randall's gift. Nobody got Beastmen once, which was really interesting. Could go Dark Elves here. I don't mind seeing Dark Elves in this matchup. Oh, this is a cool matchup. This is a cool matchup. I actually think this slightly favors the Chaos. I think the infantry just better. They can just go wider. Because you can only take 3 units of Greatswords, right? And 3 units of Greatswords can do well, but they need some support. They need guns. Carla Franz can be good here. Carla Franz can be very good for sniping. Yeah, that's true, Zypher. But I think a lot of people will also be first timing it, you know? A lot of people will be coming in for their first attempt with some factions. No, Mama. I know, Hank. I know. Stucky, maybe. But yeah, just like this screen blocker that came in from Ducky, if you guys want to see if you want to put in any screen blockers that you want to see on stream, if you go onto my Discord and you go onto media content, this is the only screen blocker you'll ever need. Yes, Cypher, I like that. Tell you what, I'm going to use that for the final. Whilst I'm waiting here, I'll set this up for the final. Let's get that ready. Oh, hang on, let's go all the way down to the bottom. Alright, both of them are ready, let's do this. Why is ladder played with unique rules now? You mean the multiplayer ladder on the game? Or are you talking about Anticity's ladder, Caradoc? Because I think for Anticity's ladder they're doing the new rules, I think. I think he means unique, Blackthorn. I think he means unique. Well, I'm not sure if he's taking the mic or not, but I think he means unique. It is in Tisty's Discord, yeah. So he is using the new rules, and in theory they are done, but they're in testing. So I think they're in like alpha stage of testing. So what they've done is they've rolled them out first here. It's in the alpha stage, and then for the next one, what will happen here? Once that's been tested, they'll go into a beta stage. They'll be tested again, and then once that's been confirmed, it will then roll out for the final time. Right, so let's hop in here with the Chaos. We have, ooh, very nice. We have the Summoners of Rage here in the back. Very, very nice big yellow boys here, which do have the Chain Lightning, which will be exciting. A unit of Chaos Warhounds of Poison in the back, and a normal unit of Chaos Warhounds. In the sky, we are going to see the double Exalted Hero on top of the Manticores, both coming with the Mark of Khorne, and we will be seeing Sarthril, the Ever Duck. So Sarthril, the Ever Chicken here in the back, will be having Stand or Die, Arcane Conduit, Final Transmutation, and Plague of Rust with Searing Doom, which should be quite fun. We'll be having some Chaos Mortars nice and cheap in the front line. It's like 1, 2, 3 units of those. Nope, 4 units of those with the nice ROR, the Mirror Guard here for the Chaos Warriors. We also have 3 units on Marauder Horsemen. Make that 4 units in the pocket. So yeah, really fun, really nice, really cool. Seen this build before from Ducky, and he's very good at utilising it for sure. Here for the Empire, and Biblington will have some Spearmen in the front line. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 units with some Sigma Suns, and it's like 3, is that 2 units of Great Swords? Yeah, 2 units of Great Swords with the guns in front with the Silver Bullets. Silver Bullets very good with that magic damage and nice AP. And that looks to be it. We also have 2 units of Outriders for the nice armor piercing as well as 1, 2, 3 units of Empire Knights in the back. And Karla Franz in the sky. Karla Franz will be on top of his nice big Griffin, coming here with the Rightling Runefang, as well as also coming in with Galbaraz, Stand Your Ground, Encourage, and the Blood Roar. We'll be having Regrowth, Earthblood, Life Bloom, and the Power Stone here from the Horse Riding Jade Wizard. So interesting coming from both sides. I think pretty standard in general. I know Ducky likes to play a little bit against the Graph. This is not normally what you see for Chaos, but I like it nonetheless. In the front end, so all of them are going to be targeting here on top of the Outriders. 4 units of Marauder Horsemen will be targeting those boys here. They don't have too much ammunition. They don't have too much armor, so they will be taking a bit of damage there. But 4 units should be able to outtrade. Now, going back and forth here is not really too helpful, as they're going to be firing straight with those guns. I think he's maybe trying to dip in and out of trees. He's trying to get a volley off, dip out, and then come back. So he gets another volley off again, and therefore trying to take some protection there from the trees. Over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see a big fat charge from the Empire Knights here up against the Mirror Guard in the front line. These nice big heavy boys with 110 armor are no joke at all. Chaos Marauders coming through to the front line, trying to fight here up against some Spearmen with shields. Should be a pretty even contest there, with the Great Swords here coming through into the middle pocket. Great Swords really aren't going to have too much to chase. In the back here, just utilise it. Also, the Chaos Warriors have been shut down, and if you're not careful, you're going to have some more Empire Knights, which are going to shut down these doggos. The doggos are coming into the back here, trying to get the poison into the backside of the Outriders. The Outriders have been caught. As you can see in the front here, we are going to have the Summoners of Rage fighting up against Spearmen. Not really where you want to be seeing those, unfortunately. As you can see here, some more Marauder Horsemen are just going to be throwing into the front lines here, which are of the Sigma Suns, which have the Rightling Runefang and Stand Your Ground. And what's going on here in the pocket? This is a Final Transmutation going down, and this is where it all goes down. It's like Galmaraz, the Rightling Runefang, Regrowth, Final Transmutation, all of it here on this pocket. It's like the double Exalted Hero here with the Mark of Thorns, as well as Sarthril, the Ever Chicken. We'll be fighting up against Karla Franz. Plague of Rust going down on him as well, giving him pretty much no armor, I imagine. Yeah, 40 armor, just nothing. A big charge here coming from the Empire Knights, going to be pinning in Sarthril and the rest, and it is going to allow Karla Franz to go back in the sky. Regrowth should be helping there, but you can see Healing Cap already coming through for Karla Franz. He's such glass cannon, but he hits like an absolute truck. In the pocket, then the Marauder Horsemen have had to come in as well. We do have the Summoners of Rage that look fantastic, if I do add, but they might be able to come in here and maybe help beat out the Empire Knights. They will be a little bit faster, I believe. No 64 speed, they will be slower. which is quite interesting. But they should be able to beat them. Bonus for large anti-large armor piercing, no joke at all. Karl Franz in the sky is being chased here by the Exalted Hero. The Exalted Hero is going to come through, and if you trade an Exalted Hero here for Karl Franz, Earthfall is going to go down, so you probably don't want to fight there whilst that's going on. But as you can see, Karl Franz is going to get pinned, and you are going to be getting all sorts of range coming into him. And he is a nice big fat hitbox. Fortunately, and 2 units of Outriders, they're going to be very good, but they're not going to be good at... you pretty much want them to be shooting and helping the front line. As you can see, a very nice Searing Doom going up against the Empire Knights. So the guns are now going to be shooted into the Exalted Hero. The Summoners of Rage have managed to pin in Karl Franz, and this is a problem. Big charge here from the Exalted Hero, getting that charge bonus. Karl Franz is going down. He has broken. Is he going to fall here, though, is the question. We'll be seeing the man of the Empire going. He's 600 HP. He's pretty much at healing cap. Negative 12 leadership. You'll probably see him back, but you're not going to see him back anytime soon. The Empire Knights here now going to be getting pushed. A really nice lightning there coming out from the Summoners of Rage. They're going to do some really good damage up against the Empire Knights. They have been terrified, which is fantastic. Oh, and he nearly gets his own Mortal Horseman. I think he's going to get them. No! No, Self. He's going to be damaging a lot of his own skirmish cavalry. So we have broken the double Empire Knights. And where are the boys? The boys in the back here, the Outriders, have been shut down with a good charge from the Marauder Horsemen. And looks like the Jade Wizard has been caught as well. This was a fantastic start here from Biblington. And we do have Karl Franz back. He's going to be fighting up in the sky against the Exalted Hero. He's not going to win here. Big hits going down for him. Also going to be having that terror here from the Exalted Hero. No immune to psychology for Karl Franz. Plague Rust going on him as well. And that will be the end. Once he goes down, negative 16 leadership. Almost everything will break here instantly. Unfortunately here for the Empire. But a really, really nice start there. But Ducky just coming through with that nice micro at the end, just to whip around and shut down and pin in Karl Franz. Awesome, awesome stuff here coming from both sides. And a brilliant battle. Really fun one for sure to kick off this best of 3. How are we doing, Dr. Jellyfish? Nice to see you here in the chat today, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let's hop back on with that screen blocker. Actually, let's not put it up yet. We'll go through the numbers first. So 1,600 damage value for Karl Franz. And we'll also be having not too much for the front line. The front line really struggled here with the Spearmen. But 540 for the Sigma Suns, 590 and 230 here for the Great Swords. And as we can see here, it looks like we have 340 for the Silver Bullets. Not too much from them. 590. Pardon me. 740 here for the Empire Knights and 760 here. 550 and 620 for the Outriders. Very good with that armor piercing for sure. But here for Sarthriel, 2,860 damage value for Sarthriel, as well as 1,730 for the Exalted Hero, and 1,490 here for the second one as well. So really good stuff there from that triple threat. 277 damage value, as well as 260, 360, 280, and 290 here for the Chaos Marauders. A little bit outperforming here up against the Spearmen. Yeah, just a little bit. Not too much in it. As you can see here, 640 for the Mirror Guard, 625, 600, 460, and 850 here for the Marauder Horsemen. Probably averaging about 650, so some good work from them for sure. Costing about 500 each. 130 here for the Warhounds, they got caught out early, but 400 damage value for the Chaos Warhounds with Poison, and 76 skills for 2,255 for the Summoners of Rage. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Alright, let's catch up with you guys. What are you talking about? Yeah, no problem, buddy. I think it's a little bit difficult here. Oh, this is Pillar of Bone next. No, Troll Country. Let's have a look, see what they were saying. GG's indeed. Alright, so I had to take the Giant Duck. Yeah, of course he did. I know I should have been suspect. Yeah, I think the Troll Country is the next map, so I will go my beloved Dinos and ban VP and Dwarfs. Yeah, I think two good bans. I think Chaos might have been a nice ban up against Biblington. Chaos are pretty good up against the Lizardmen, and we know Biblington likes to play them. I don't think you're too worried about Wood Elves. It's very, very Dino favoured. I think banning Chaos might have been quite nice. Yeah, Dwarfs, I think Ducky should know how to do Dwarfs. Yeah, so I guessed it here. Biblington was going to go with the Chaos. So it should be interesting there. I think Ducky's probably well practiced in this matchup. I mean, they are must followed now in ladder, and I think it's not a good place for Antisti to test them. I think there are some changes that are coming in that some people want to see, and there are lots of things that people complain about when it comes to the banner rules, and banner rules is what we've been used to for a long time, so obviously any change is going to feel weird. And I think it's something, keep an open mind to it for now. Things are going to change, and, you know, don't be against it yet. Give it some time, and it might come around to be a little bit better. You never know. Yeah, that's what I thought initially, Blackthorn, but then I realised there's the new, I can't remember what it's called. It's not Orange Rules. It's not Orange Rules, but it's something like that. Can't find it here on his Discord. I'm sure it's somewhere. Sure, if I look back in here, I should be able to find it. Sure, we can find it. Nah, this was ages ago. I can't find them, but I'm sure I should be able to find them somewhere. Oh, there we go, needed that. Right, yeah, I think it's in alpha stage. It's not even in beta stage yet. It's in alpha stage. Like, I think it's just been first rolled out. I don't think it's been trialed by anything. This is the first trial period. Yes, GG's well played indeed. Blood for the Blood God, says Blackthorn. Yes, I only say what I think. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I could agree with Blackthorn there, and I think that's very, very smart from Blackthorn. He is a very, Intisti is a very reachable guy. Feel free, he even has a feedback page on his channel. Yes, this is the best of 3, CJ, this is the best of 3. How you doing, Butcher Bird? How you doing well, buddy? And I can agree here. I think that he's a very reachable guy. He even has a feedback section on his Discord, so feel free to leave your feedback on there about things you like, things you don't like, because of course here for all of us casters, including Intisti, Ducky, myself, we're always wanting to improve the game. Ah, the fruit rules. That's correct. Yes, Mr. Steelbonnet. That's correct. The fruit rules. I think also if you do give feedback, don't give feedback with the hope of Intisti immediately making a change based on your one feedback, because your one main feedback may be countered by 6 other people that want something that counters your feedback. So, you know, you might want one thing, but 6 people actually want the opposite. So therefore, you know, it maybe your opinion may be countered. So be ready for that, and be mindful that just because you believe something doesn't mean other people believe the same. So be ready for a good conversation, And don't get annoyed if people disagree with you. Think of it as a way of learning and a way of understanding different points of view from different players. So because you may be a skirmish player where you use a lot of high mobility factions, such as elves, if you use a lot of units such as that, and you don't use the dwarf so much, your opinion is going to be very different to, say, a dwarf player or box player or somebody who brings, like, coast or dowry or stuff like that. So that's something to take into consideration. So, for the Lizardmen, we are going to have the cohort of Sotek here, the nice ROR boys. Where do they go? So, the nice ROR boys here, known as the Red-Crested Skinks. There we go. We're going to have the Stand or Die, the Frenzy, and the Unbreakable, of course. We'll be having some Saurus Warriors with shields and some Skink cohorts in the front. We'll be having a Skink Priest of Heavens today. So, we're not going to be having a Breasty Boy, for sure. So, he will be having the Thunderbolt, as well as Curse of the Midnight Wind and Harmonic Convergence. We'll be having the Ancient Kroxigor, which is an interesting one here. So the Ancient Kroxigor will be having Miasma of Despair, as well as the Horn of Kygor and the Amulet of Itzel. We'll be having the Ferostegodon, otherwise known as Sheila, and we'll be having the Thunderous one, the Ancient Stegi here, which will be coming with the Judgment of Humac. No healing here for the big dinos, which is a bit of a surprise. So we do actually have also some Salamander hunting packs, as well as the Umbral Tide, which should be quite fun there for the fire damage and fire melee attacks. They also have Perfect Vigor, Exorc, and that good Terror. So some really, really nice stuff there. We have the Skin Cohort Javelins in the back. There's like 2 units of those. And yeah, a pretty interesting army overall. We have a unit of Red-Crested Skinks with some Saurus Warriors with shields in the front. Yeah, nice, interesting build here from Ducky. For the Chaos, we are going to be having some Chaos Marauders in the front. There's like 5 units of these bad boys. And we are going to have some Chaos Warriors with halberds here, 1 on each flank. And in the pocket, we're going to have some Marauder Horsemen throwing axes. So we have 2 throwing axes. No, 1 throwing axes and 3 units of Marauder Horse Masters. Yeah, 3 of Horse Masters. We'll be having the Chaos Ferromanticores, 2 units of those in the sky. And we will be having Codex Sun Eater with the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. You will be having Final Transmutation, Plague of Rust, as well as the Scroll of Shielding, and also Metal Shifting. We'll also be having a unit of Chaos Warhounds with Poison, and another one here in the back. So interesting armies here coming from both sides. Interesting stuff. Well said. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Sorry I couldn't play our game today, said Butcher. No problem, buddy, no problem. I hope you're feeling better, mate. I hope you're feeling better. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. It's really important to take care of yourself. Right, the throwing axes in the front, as well as those javelins, going to do some really good work here up against the armoured Saurus Warriors. Lots of good value in the front. And here you guys, Hunter packs here, going to do some... Ooh, love the damage coming in. It just looks sick. It just looks awesome. Some okay damage on the left-hand side against the Marauder Horse Masters. They do have a good 50 armor as well. Not so much here from the Marauder throwing axes. They do have the bronze shields though, so that is something to take into consideration. But in the back here, if you do manage to get your doggers in quickly, you could shut down the unit of Skink Javelins, which could be quite handy. Something from getting those poison javelins off could be very, very handy. Coming forward here are the Chaos Marauders. They should comfortably be Skink cohorts, but they will lose up against the other 3 units on the front. But 2 here going up against 1 unit of the Red-Crested Skinks could be interesting. We are going to have the Thunderous one with that Judgment of Humac coming through, and those nice Poison here with the nice EPs on top. Flying into the back here, up against the Marauder Horse Masters, and you are going to have the big slap from Codex Sun Eater. I think that's a bit of an over push here from Ducky, and Codex going to come through with a big slam into the backside of him. Plague the Rust going down as well for negative armor, putting him down to 100, and Codex with the double manticore going to come through to try and absolutely decimate this Thunderous one. In the back we have lost a unit of Red-Crested Skinks, and those doggers are kind of close here to start dealing damage here up against the Skink cohorts. They're a bit slow. Most of the javelins have gone off now, which is a bit of a pain. But in the pocket here, we are going to have the Ancient Kroxigor fighting with the Horn of Kygor, giving that plus 54 melee attack to Sheila, as well as the Thunderous one. As you can see, it looks like it has been broken here for 1 Feral Manticore. The second one is not having a happy day either. Codex taking a bit of damage. So we are going to have that Judgment of Humac coming down. Rampage here from the Feral Stegodon as well. But in the pocket, you can have some nice Salamanders going down. The Curse of the Midnight Wind for the negative armor and melee attack here on top of Codex Sun Eater. Scholar Shielding go down on him as well, helping him protect in this pocket. But Ducky was more than ready for this. It's actually a bit of a bait and switch here using the Thunderous one. Thunderous one as well coming in for the butt slam. Just like here, the Saurus Warriors did win that front line. You're going to have a couple of units of Marauder Horse Masters around the pocket, getting that nice AP into the pocket. Ferrostogon has broken final transportation in this pocket, doing some good damage, especially here up against the Thunderous one. And it is now going to be some Saurus and the lonely Cloakscore Ancient fighting to the very, very end. He's going to be bonus with infantry, so he's not going to be very handy here, but both of the Salamander Hunter packs are going to be firing here into Codex Suneater. 57 seconds there on that scroll of shielding, just absolutely fantastic value for money, costing about 70 there, especially when you can be utilised on such a large unit such as Codex Suneater. Looks like the Cloakscore Ancient is going to be backing off, and no healing here. I think a lifestyle would have been really nice. As you can see, the Skink Priest of Heavens is going to be fighting in the pocket, and a really nice wind here. Oh, is this going to be a Thunderbolt? I think this is going to be a Thunderbolt in the pocket. That could be really, really gorgeous. But it's going to go off. It is. And a nice Thunderbolt there doing some good damage. Now, what do we have left? Let's get a nice overview of the battle. We are going to have some Skink Cohort Javelins fighting on the side here up against the Chaos Warrior Halberds, just really exhausting these units, which is perfect. I think here is slightly favouring the Chaos in my personal opinion, but balance of power is favouring the Lizardmen. No, beg your pardon, it is actually favouring the Chaos. Oh no! He got absolutely launched. The Skink Priest got just absolutely yeeted. But yeah, not fun for him. The Manticore has managed to push off the Umbral Tide, terrifying them. Warlock Kai will go down for the plus 24 minute attack, and that will scare off Codex Suneater. The boys are coming in here for the Chaos Marauders. We're just going to try and pin in here and allow Codex Suneater to get back. We have so much skirmish cavalry here from the Chaos, it is starting to get scary. They're just going to be shooting into this night-type pocket. And we have a unit of Skink Cohorts on the side that could really do with getting in. But we do have a shattered Ferromanticore there on the left. We have some Javos as well as some Red-Crested Skinks here on the side. And we still have a unit of the Umbral Tide, and they are going to be shooting here up against the Marauder Horsemen throwing axes. And now they can shoot into the Horse Masters and really shut them down. Looks like they've been rampaged. That's such a shame for Ducky, because they are now going to go into melee combat. And they will be getting pounced on here by the Feral Manticore. Not too much left here to speak of. You are going to have the Unbreakable Cohort of Sotek there fighting in the middle. And is the Manticore going to be able to get away? No! Oh my god! He died midair and got thrown. As you can see, the Cloakscore Ancient came through with the big steel chair. As you can see, Cloakscore Ancient is going to be slamming straight into the side, just whacking some horses in his nice big swing. And that is actually going to do some good damage there. Fighting here, we do have the Skink Cohort Javelins fighting up against the Chaos Marauder Halberds, and we have the Chaos Sorcerer Metal will be fighting up against the Warrior Shields. Now, where is Codex Suneater? Did Codex Suneater go down? I didn't see him go down. No, so he hasn't gone down and he hasn't gone off yet. So where is he? He must have shattered, but I didn't see what happened.
We'll be back.
All right.
The gods want.
So the Cloakscore Ancient is going to be fighting in the pocket, and he's going to do some good damage value here. I did not see what happened to Kolek. And also Ducky did pull out. Well played to Biblington. Looks like he didn't die, but he did shatter. But I didn't see what happened to him. Evening all, Bowmore. How you doing, buddy? Let's hop up to the top here. I missed a couple of things here. The fruit rules changed, mainly focus on clarifying the attacking rules, and I think that's the perfect awareness here from Steel Bonnet, and this is something that take into note when you're looking at these rules. Look at how the rules differ and do what Steel Bonnet's done here, and check out what the objective of the new rules are. What are they trying to achieve compared to what the old rules didn't have? And I can totally agree. They've tried to identify the attacking rule problem, so it's not so much whatever, you know, it's not down to just, oh, it's roughly this. So it can be interpreted by everybody differently. It is, nope, it's this is how it's going to be done, and this is how it's going to be played, and should really sharpen up tournaments where people cannot mess around and break the rules. But 1.1 here for the Cloakscore Ancient, 400 for the Skink Priest of Heavens. I really would have actually preferred to see a Skink Priest of Beasts, but Ducky knows his game for sure. But 430 for the Red-Crested Skink, 700 and 400 here for the Saurus Warriors Shields. Sorry. 72 kills there for 750 damage value for the Cohort of Sotek, the RR Red-Crested Skinks. 560, 430 here for the Skink Cohort Javelins, and 921, as well as 1,460 here for the Umbral Tide. As you can see here, 608 for the Feral Stegodon, and only 946 here for the Thunderous One, who I think actually pushed through a little bit hard there in the beginning. Not sure if that was a tactic, but he pushed through and certainly took a big punishment. 1.4k here for Codex Suneater, 980 for the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. On the front line doing some okay, 500 damage value, not too bad. 400, 300, 470. 320, 650, 570 for the Marauder throwing axes. 850, 940, and 640. These 4 units pretty much won the game, just constantly shooting all day was just so beneficial. 240 and 608 for the Warhounds, really chasing off some good units. 610 and 760 here for the Feral Manticores. Final game today will be a River Amaxon. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Oh, that's a shame. It was just one misclick. One misclick can do it sometimes. I was checking with you guys to see what was said. Yeah. And clarifications are not great. I think clarifications are hard, Richard Bird, for sure. I think they are hard. I think restrictions on skirmish cavalry will highly punish Chaos and Norska, but it does need to be addressed for Lizardmen and Greenskins. I can agree with that. I thought unripe rules were the fruit rules in development. Yes, that's correct. So unripe rules are the development. It's not the final stages of the rules. So they are the rules that are being used at the moment that are in development. They're just being tested at the moment, as far as I'm aware. Yes, that's why players should not balance this game. Lisbon and VP also unplayable. Maybe. I don't know about that. Brett, for example, no hit from new rules. Okay. I mean, I don't think Brett are unbeatable for sure. They have some weak ones as well. Don't forget, 5 chameleons count as 360 degrees shooting as well, so you can only have 6 max anyway. But you can only have 5. You can have 5 max, but I think it's fine. I can't see any problem with that. So High Elves, pick High Elves, ban Greenskins, and Beastmen. And looks like Duck of War is going to go, I think, with Norska. Just going to check a build quick. Okay. Brett and Beastmen got scot-free. I mean, Beastmen certainly should get scot-free. 100% should get scot-free. I don't think there's any argument there. But for DE matchups are already such hard as Greenskins seem completely unwinnable now. Greenskins aren't completely unwinnable for Dark Elves, it's just not easy. Like at a top level, I guess you could call it unwinnable, but just ban Greenskins. Like, you shouldn't be playing Greenskins as Dark Elves. If you are a Dark Elf player, you shouldn't be playing Greenskins. If you get counterpicked with Greenskins, then you made a mistake as the Dark Elf player. And I know that seems silly to say, and it might seem a little bit like maybe pathetic from my side, but that's just the reality. If it is unbalanced, because you have some really unbalanced matchups, like you don't hear me complaining. Like I'll tell people that Skaven is a bad matchup for the dwarves. That's why I don't play Skaven. Like I just don't play Skaven. This is my first ban every time because it's unfair, and it's good to have unfair matchups. And it's always going to exist as well. Because gunnery whites, gun bats as skirmish. Full flying is also bad. Yeah, but otherwise you just see full flying builds. You just see full flying builds with the double gunnery whites, bombers, and just shitloads of chaff everywhere. It's not the most exciting to cast sometimes. And Necrofex makes some matchups very hard from easy. Lords and Heroes counting as skirmish in the unique rules was also kind of rough. Close one, closer than it seemed. Yeah, this was a pretty close one. I was surprised Ducky bowed out there. I think he had some bits to do. He'd lost Kolek, of course, from Biblington, so I was surprised to see him drop out there. But perhaps he thought it was unwinnable. Because it's not Kai. That's true. That's true, Caradoc. How you doing, Kraken? Oh, I didn't put the screen blocker up. My bad. Sorry. It's my bad. Why? Because I think screen blocker is nice when you play. I like the screen blocker. It's something fun to look at for you guys whilst we're waiting. You know, you don't really want to just see an empty lobby. You know, something like Ducky designed this, so it's quite fun. And I like seeing all the stuff that comes from you guys. And you know, if you guys have made any sort of drawings or paintings, or you see something really cool online, I want to share it. I want to share all things Warhammer and enjoy it with you guys, and have some fun with it. I think Zypher, I think every matchup is somewhat playable. You just, for some matchups, you really have to think outside the box. I would go Vikings and ban Greenskins. Ooh, Beastmen into Norska. This is going to be a matchup of the ages. I'm excited for this. If people were more worried about having fun, then winning 80% of the rules wouldn't be needed. I mean, that's very true, Blackthorn. That's very true. And the thing is here, these are competitive rules, right? These are rules that are meant to be balanced. And this is one thing you also can't help. And I'm sure Ducky and anybody else, Vicious Katsuma, whether it's myself, Ducky, anybody else that might be involved in doing rules or whatever it may be, there is always going to be some level of bias. You cannot help it. That's why there's a team of people working together rather than just one individual. There's a team of individuals working together, coming from every different area of things. You know, you might have, you have Hand Samurai from the Asian community. You know, you'll have someone from the Russian community. You'll have someone here from the UK, from America, like Turin. You'll have someone from ODM, like Anticity from France. You know, you'll have people from everywhere that have different styles of play from all over the world that will come together for a collective idea on the game, and they'll build rules that are unbiased to any particular way. But there are always going to be some ideas and some rule sets that people are going to want to implement that will always have some level of bias. And I think what we're trying to do with these new rules is we're trying to implement a rule set where bias really can't have too much an effect on this game due to personal opinion, to make them therefore as fair as humanly possible. All right, game 3 here of the semi-final of Rubber Duck War up against Biblington. This should be fun. This is going to be fun by form. This is going to be fun. Wolfric on foot would be a play. Would be a play for sure. Right, let's. We'll come back to the chat afterwards. Right, let's hop into this then. Unfortunately, I think after the Beastmen DLC, and this is something else I'll leave before we get into this, I think after the Beastmen DLC, this matchup will also become maybe not so fair as it is now. Right, so we have some win walls here 4. Mr. Roll Like a Wall. So it's like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wind walls. And Ducky likes the normal ones with the 15 armor because they have an increased speed. When you do come with the armored, they are only 66 speed. The 75 is a massive increase, and Ducky likes mobility over armor. We'll also be having some Marauders here, nice and cheap in the front line, with some Marauder Berserkers, which will also be very, very good for the bonus for infantry, anti-infantry, frenzy, and the damage dealer. These guys are phenomenal at just shrekking infantry. We'll be having some Marauder Horse Masters in the front. Looks like 1, 2, 3. Looks like double Horsemen and double Horse Masters. No, 1 Horse Master and the triple Horseman. And yeah, that seems to be it here with Wolfred the Wanderer and a Shaman Sorcerer of Fire. So we'll be having Wolfred the Wanderer, who will have the Hunters of Champions, Fight or Die, Sea Fang, Foe Seeker, and obviously all the good mechanics. We'll be having a Fire Sorcerer here on foot, who will be having Burning Head, Fireball, Scroll of Shielding, and Kindle Flame. Scroll of Shielding, if you can fit it in your army, do, especially with units such as Wolfred the Wanderer on top of his Mammoth, or other units such as that. Should be, it's always very handy. For that 70 cost, 22% damage resistance for nearly a minute is just crazy value. So Ungol Spearherds here in the front, 1, 2, 3, 4 units, with 4 units of Ungol Raiders as well, very good at dealing with that skirmish cavalry, with 2 units of Goreherds here in the pocket, a unit of Bestigors in the back, with the double Gorball, and also Malagor the Dark Omen. We'll also be having the the Gorox Man Rippers, which are the bonus for large anti-large armor piercing, the best unit here dealing with large, as well as the double anti-large Gorballs. The Gorballs used to be exceptional here in these kind of matchups, as they also had some other abilities in previous past. But here today they will be having Deadly Onslaught, as well as Banner of the Fallen Kings. When they do have when they drop below 50% HP, they get that AP and base weapon damage increase. And Blood Greed, which should be really fun. Yeah, it looks like they come with all of that. And Malagor the Dark Omen will be having quite a few spells here to deal with the cavalry. We'll be having Traitor Kin, which comes through with that damage area, as well as Vile Tide. Braid Scream is a bit of a miss. I like Braid Scream, so I think it's a bit unfortunate. But we'll be having the icon of Vilification, which is the +12 leadership. So yeah, awesome stuff. Vilification will be very good for him. It's quite expensive for what it is, but +12 leadership is pretty much the same as the Helm of Zufbar here for the Dowie Lord Grombrindle. 40 meter radius, +12 leadership, it's pretty strong. Very good at negating that fear, and also adding leadership on top of that. So actually giving the front line 50 can give some really good leadership here. Yeah, 86 leadership on some of the units here is just awesome. So a bit slow from Ducky here. Looks like he's going to be getting shot in the front line using with the Marauder Berserkers. Shutting down these boys can be very nice early on. Looks like the Wolves are going to get around the flanks as well. Not sure where the Wolves are going, but the destroys a Drak Ward here as well for the bonus for soft anti-large armor piercing, and also that nice poison. All Burning Head here in the pocket, going down up against some Ungol Raiders. If the second unit doesn't move, this is going to be awful. Oh, it looks like they just, look at, as you can see, it verted here just a little bit. If it actually verted the other way, that would have been awful for the Ungol Raiders. And Bibrin was very lucky he went forward and not backwards, because that would have destroyed that unit. So one unit has been broken here. It will come back, so there'll be a -8 to leadership for a substantial amount of time. Where's Sea Fang? I heard a Sea Fang. I didn't see that Sea Fang. Did that Sea Fang go here on the Ungol Raiders? I believe it did. But in the pocket here, it looks like we have Traitor King going down, which gives a reduction to speed and damage as well. And that is going to allow the double Gorball to come in here. So it's like both having Deadly Onslaught for the increased armor piercing, base weapon damage, and charge. And should be very good here at taking down up against Wolfred the Wanderer. He's going to have Fight or Die for the increased melee attack, as well as the Foe Seeker there as well for that vigor. And in the back here, we are going to have the boys, the Skin Wolves, coming in to fight up against the Gorballs as well. Very nice and close is Malagor the Dark Omen coming with the Arcane Conduit. How does the champions go down on him? Shame it didn't go down on one of the Gorballs. But in the back here, we are going to have the Ungol Raiders fighting up against some Skin Wolves. Very good at shutting down that backline range. I think here we're going to have another Burning Head on the Gorox Man Rippers. Gorox Man Rippers are going to take a bit of a punishment there from that Burning Head. Very good, as they'll also be fighting here up against the Marauder Berserkers. That's exactly where the Gorox Man Rippers do not want to be. Fighting here in the front, the Skin Wolves are going to get broken due to the fast Marauder Horse Masters. I'm going to get in there and be able to shut them down nice and quickly. And running away is the Ungol Raiders. They'll be running away from some Marauder Berserkers. The very nice Vile Tide here going up against the Marauder Berserkers. And fighting here in the pocket is going to be Wolfred the Wanderer, Scroll of Shielding going down there. up against the Gorbles. The Gorbles here, I thought they'd do it a little bit better up against here, but not very strong from these boys. As you can see, the Marauder Horsemen are just going to be shooting here up against the Gorbles, but they don't have the massive 100 armor. It's not the Shamus Force is getting in and oh my god, he just got slapped by one of the Gorbles. 471 weapon strength just came through and just donked him straight on the head, and that was him done for. Fighting here though, Wulfric is taking an absolute punishment. He's down to 4,000 HP, and that's not much for Wulfric. He's around about 10,000 when he starts. But here in the pocket we do have 2 units of the Ungor Raiders. Not too much left here. It looks like a nice Sea Fang there going up against the Gork's Man Rippers. That's also trying to be aided here by Malagor the Dark Omen. As you can see, it is going to be one among Gorbel versus Warfric the Wonder. Warfric the Wonder down to 3.2. One Gorbel here down to 300. He's negative 40 and he has been slapped. Oh my god, what a heroic finish there. Falling onto his knees before going down. The man that came through for the slap. And here we go, big charge from the Gorbel. Gorbel coming through. 2.9k health left here for Warfric the Wonder. Fight or die going down as well. Should really help him punish up against the Gorbel. Increased melee attack going down from the Skin Walls as well, which is really going to help them punish up against the Gorbel. Gorbel coming through, the Mammoth's just destroying this Gorbel. He's down to 1.8 and 2.4 here left for Warfric the Wanderer. Nice far tide in the pocket going up against all the Skin Wolves as well as the Marauder Berserkers. Some really nice stuff there. As you can see in the back, the Marauder Horsemen are going to be just charging and pushing over Malagor the Dark Omen. Balance of power here pushing into the Norscan favour. But there's still quite a few entities left here. Lots of Ungor Raiders here in the back. But it's pretty close. This Gorbel could slap Wulfric if you're not careful. Oh, nice! Coming through there as well. Looks like Hunters of Champions going to be going down. It's really going to help destroy the Gorbel. Gorbel has no melee defense, less armor, and he just got absolutely wrecked by Wulfric. That was a perfect play there by Ducky. Also bringing in the Skin Wolves. Skin Wolves now need to get in the back with their mobility, shut down the Ungor Raiders, and this is GG. We have one of your Skin Wolves on here on the periphery. They're just going to be regenerating there on the side. A couple of units of these are going to be regenerating. The problem here, if you have Skin Wolves in the later game, they are truly going to get their damage value for sure. So the Bestigor herds have been pushed off. Malagor is trying to come through to help. Maybe a Vartide here, as they have been pinned up against the Ungor Raiders. They will break. But a Vartide here would be very nice. So it looks like there's actually a Vartide going to go down on the Marauder Horsemen and also the Marauder Berserkers. I think Brave Scream here would have been really nice. Having those nice explosion spells would have been, yes, really nice value. Now, you need something to take down Wulfric. You take down Wulfric, and this game opens up a little bit. So, a nice Sea Fang here going up against the Gork's Man Rippers. Man Rippers could be perfect at dealing value here up against Wulfric. I just don't know if you've got enough. Traitorkin could be a nice answer to that. But as you can see here, Malagor the Dark Omen, massive drop there in leadership, and that will be break. And game over. Well played here from both sides, and GG's to Biblington, and a fantastic tournament from him for sure. Coming through with 150 points for himself, maybe buying themselves a place in the final. I thought Biblington had it as well. He had some really nice early engagements, and as you can tell, I think Biblington's got a little bit of the turnover effect that I had when I started. Biblington's very close. He's very clutch in those early stages. He's really good at knowing where to engage, what to do, and how to do things. And this is the perfect progression path from Biblington. I've seen players like himself, Caradoc, and there's others I'm sure that have really come since the WWC, and I've really seen these guys rise. It's like a seed in the ground, and they start playing BattleMania since the beginning, and I've really seen these guys grow throughout in the tournaments and perform really well. And the nice thing I've noticed from Biblington, and one thing I wanted to notice here, and I also could say the same for Caradoc, but I think Caradoc's just progressed a little bit higher, but Biblington has come through, and in the early game, you can clearly see he has an understanding of what he needs to do on the map, and when you get through to about that 2-3 minute mark, you just see the experience from Ducky in that late stages of when he does get a few bad engagements, of how to utilize his forces just a little bit better and get the key units into the right areas at the right time to make sure he can get those effective trades where he needs. So a really good game coming out of both players. 2,487 damage value for Wolfric the Wanderer, 840 for the Shaman Sorcerer of Fire, 480, 630, 360, 1.1 here from the Marauder Berserkers, and 1.1 here from the Marauder, second unit of Marauder Berserkers, 850, 500, and 870 from the Marauder Horsemen, and 255 from the Marauder Horse Masters, 188, 490, 530, and 348 here for the Skin Wars. Skin Wars actually didn't do too much, and actually shutting those down was really, really good stuff there from Biblington. 1.1 here for Malagor the Dark Omen, 1.2 and 1.3 here from the Gorbals. I really love the Gorbals. Some of their attack animations are a bit painful. You know, they can be a bit painful sometimes, but they are a perfect counter hit to Wolfric. And I was really happy they were brought, actually, really happy. The only error I saw is, unfortunately, I do this a lot, was getting the Gorks Man Rippers caught up there, up against a nice unit of Marauder Berserkers. Having those to fight alongside the Gorbals would have been perfect. Would have been perfect. Let's have a look here. So 590 for the Gore Herds, 270. 860 for the Bestigors, 550 here for the Gorok Man Rippers, 600, 308, 480, as well as 430 here for the Ungol Raiders. I like the Ungol Raiders here in this matchup, although if I must say so myself, Marauder Horsemen will comfortably lose to Centaur Throwing Axes, quite comfortably. I actually didn't see the Sons of Gors. I didn't see them, but they got 1.1k damage value. Shows how much I'm struggling here. GG's indeed. But well played here to Biblington. Yeah, and I think I do the same, Biblington, you know, and I was saying to the guys here, you've been performing excellently recently, and you've been doing some really, really cool, nice things, and your early game is super strong, and I've noticed that, and I think that's the normal progression path for most players. Like, your early game stage of play is really grown, and I can see that you're trying to target the right things. You've got your Gorbals onto Wolfric, and then you do what I do, is you get a little bit tunnel visioned on that, and then you go move a few other things around, and you know, sometimes it falls apart. And Ducky's he's one of those players, when S does hit the fan, he's really good at just maneuvering his units to get the best value in that mid stage, and that mid stage transition can be very, very difficult. But that's what I think, and also late stage as well. Like the late game is where some of the best players really shine. You know, where you start seeing just those few units, and then maximizing those few units in the end stage can be so difficult. But really well played, dude. It's been really nice to see you grow here. Right, so we're now up with Void Lols. See if I can get him in here. I really like Bray Scream. I think Bray Scream would have been excellent in that matchup, I'll be honest. Yeah, I think Bray Scream would have been perfect. But Ducky's a fantastic player. Like, he's been playing this for a long time. He's cast thousands of games. He knows exactly what to bring, exactly what to do. Like myself, he's seen over and over again all the builds, how you need to manipulate certain scenarios and certain stages of the game, and his build was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah, I think Bray Scream would have been really, really good there. It is very good versus armor, but it's also very good at dealing with tightly compacted chaff as well, and it's very good at disrupting charges. So, if you say you've got your Marauder Berserkers coming in, a nice Bray Scream can be very good at just disrupting that that charge. No, I wouldn't say the wrong things. You definitely had the right things focused, Biblington. You certainly focused on the right things, getting your Gorbals onto, which is where I thought you were going to win the game. I thought you'd won the game there. The one thing that actually turned it and won it instantly for Ducky is the Hunters of Champions. He Hunters of Champions your second Gorbal, and that was it. And I could tell one moment where the micro just held up in that mid stage is where one Gorbal was fighting against Wolfric and another one was fighting against some chaff elsewhere. I think they were actually fighting. He was fighting up against two other units of. he was fighting up against 2 other units of skin walls. And what you did there was really, really good. If I remember correctly, one was fighting against warfare, the other was fighting against skin walls. What you did is you did a Volatile explosion that then freed him, and then the second one came through, but one had died, and then Hunters had championed the second gore ball, and then just slapped that one as well, which is really excellent play from Ducky. It was really good stuff. So I do it a lot as well. You know, that mid-game, just micro. And it just takes practice. It just takes practice. And playing against better players as well as players your level. And sometimes actually playing against players of all levels is really important for different elements of your game. It really brings sort of different ideas to the table, because if you always play the top people, they're always going to bring the same builds all the time. Mid-stage people are going to bring certain builds as well, and then you can really fill out your idea of the game if you're playing against different levels of people all the time, because the people that are maybe slightly lower down the pecking order for ability within the game are going to bring slightly different units that you might not normally see, and that actually might take you by surprise. So it's quite interesting. Brace Scream is more tricky than it seems to cast an AoE. Yeah, it's actually not very long, but it's very open tier. So that's why actually I really like it as a disruption for a push on a charge. Because if you get the Brace Scream just right, you can disrupt pretty much 3/4 of that push. Which is really handy. It's really, really handy. All right. Looks like Mr. Void Lols is in, and we're going to be in on the final. So, let's hop in here. We're going to get the brand new picture up. Let's get Zypher's DE picture in there. Alrighty. I like this picture a lot as well. It's a pretty cool picture. You got Mama Marathi in there, which should be quite fun. Yeah, one of the gore balls got stuck, I noticed, and it was too late. The game could have gone either way, dude. It was super close, and you played really well in that first one. Ducky made a mistake sending in the Thunderous one, and you acted super quick, and it was excellent to see. You got both of your Ferromanticles on. You got Star Crusher going with Colex Sunita, and you punished him, and you punished him hard, and that's capable of any single player. You know, it happened in the WWC. I saw there was Chaos up against Vampire Counts, and Evenstar actually threw one of his Manticores, and it cost the game there. It didn't change the balance of power, but that cost the game, because he lost the superior. He lost the he basically lost the superiority in the sky, because that means it allowed the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord to be just free up there to do whatever it wanted. Because if the Manticore did come in, he could beat the Manticore one-on-one, no problem. But with 2 Manticores, it becomes a lot more RNG. So we're going to be in the final here. We're going to have a Void up against a Rubberduck of War. And my god, am I excited. I am excited. First map is going to be Oakenhammer, I believe. If this thing will get out of the way. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Oakenhammer. Yeah, I tried to add more Caradoc. So I had Iron Sand Desert today, which I think is quite a large map. I had Astilian Tomb for the first one, which was a little bit smaller. And then I added Tower of Hoa. So I thought I added, like... So I think Tower of Hoa is like a medium-sized map that has a bit of trees and a bit of utility here and there. And then Iron Sand Desert, I think, is a nice wide map that has little bits of terrain, but not too much. And then Assyrian Tomb was one of the smaller ones as well. So I thought I tried to get a bit more of a balance today for the first 3 rounds. I don't know if that filled more in for what you wanted, Caradoc. I don't know if that quite hit the spot of what you wanted. I agree with Blackthorn. I agree with Blackthorn on here. I actually love Viletide. I think Viletide is excellent. But I think if you're going to be having... I've forgotten the AO... There is a Vigor effect you get map-wide. So if you keep popping Viletide and Brave Scream, you just keep that Vigor up as much as possible. Assyrian Tomb is a cool map, man. I like Assyrian Tomb. I do like Assyrian Tomb. Alright. Looks like I am picking and banning first, says Ducky. I shall go Dinos, ban VP and Skaven. I think 2 excellent bans there. And I think, what would Void do here? I think Void might be one of 2 things. I think he's either going to go VC, which I think would be a mistake. He's very good with VC, but I think that would be a mistake in this particular match. Chaos could be a nice answer, I think, for him. I think Chaos would be the perfect answer for Void here. We know these 2 are excellent players. When you're talking about players in the world, these 2 are 100% in your top 100. They are phenomenally practiced, have a tremendous amount of knowledge, and they can really, really ruin your tournament, for sure. Viletide and Brave Scream is super powerful. Yep, I agree. Kills infantry almost for free. Armor and unarmored ones. You can get like 2 or 3k damage value. Yes, if you actually want to see a game, Biblington, I did. Let me get that up for you now. There is a game that I did. I casted where actually Malagor the Dark Omen gets 3.8k damage value. Let me find it for you. It will be, I believe. Don't know when it was. I think it was the King of the Hill that I did. I think it's this one. Hello and welcome everybody. It's your... I'll send it to you now, buddy. Biblington. See if I can find you. There we go. Alright, so the one I sent you, so you guys can check out as well, is actually, I sent you something Biblington, so if you go check out at the end, there is, I do a King of the Hill at the end, you'll see there's going to be Deadly Bunnies going up against Caradoc. Oh, actually, I've got, no, don't worry about that, I've actually got it. Caradoc, can you do me a favour? Can you send the game that I sent you? It was High Elves up against Beastmen. Can you send it to Biblington? Oh, was it a normal shaman? Can you send it to Biblington? It's a really, really good game that... basically, I think it's a normal shaman or... yeah, I think it was a normal shaman, but got 3.3k damage value just using Viletide and just using Brave Scream. It's an incredible match. In no way are we doing Lizmen up against Lizmen. Okay, so it's going to be Lizmen up against Lizmen for Void. This should be an interesting match. And how was the name of that Chaos Jungle super little map? Oh, I can't remember that one. Oh, you're talking about this one? You talking about Eastern Strait Isle? Is that the one you're talking about? Done. Ah, thank you very much, buddy. I think I found it. Deadly Bunnies brought Kazrak, right? Yes, that's the one, buddy. And he does some excellent stuff there. I mean, admittedly, the damage value is really high because it's against cavalry, but I think it's an excellent example of the potential of those winds of magic and how to use them excellently. It's a really, really good example. Yeah, Caradoc, CJ would like it as well. If you're happy to send it to him, I'll leave that entirely up to you. And you said, what did you say about the map here? I think you should try Blue Reach River map and Dread Swamps. I don't know if Dread Swamps is in the list. Let me check. So what I do is I go on Intesticity's list of map pool. So on the map pool here, so if you go on Ranked Ladder 3.1, I use his map pool. Yeah, so it's not on there. So you have Outdorf Outskirts, Bloodpine Woods, Cliff of Beasts, Eshen, Estelian Tomb, Galbaraz, and it goes on and on and on. But there's like 20 maps in here that he considers balanced, and I agree with him for the most part. The ones that I don't agree with, I don't put in. But for the most part, it's there. Welcome, Nate, to the server. Thank you very much for joining, buddy. Just saw you joined there. Alright, Avoider's ready. Don't forget to send the replays to Roderick's Discord. Oh, thank you very much, Blackthorn. I appreciate that, buddy. By the way, everybody, I'm actually going to be doing a lot more videos coming up now. I've done a week of live streaming, pretty much. I have live streamed for the last, I think it's 5 or 6 days in a row, and I've averaged about 5 hours of stream a day. So I'm pretty tired at this point. But I've got massive work tomorrow. I'm working for 12 hours, so I won't be able to put a live stream on. But you'll have a video tomorrow, and I think it'll more than likely be a video on Sunday as well. I'll be casting some things that you guys sent in, so we'll have some really nice stuff there. And yeah, there should be some more videos coming forward of some multiplayer. Yeah, no, exactly, Bimington. I think that's what I try to do with some of my, especially some of the videos that I put up. I try to throw out new ideas of maybe things that people haven't done before. I always try and keep those videos fresh and new and exciting. You know, seeing the double Phoenix play up against, we had Dark Elves up against High Elves. It was pretty much Dark Elves' favour. The Dark Elves do win, but there were some really, really nice plays and some things you might not have seen before. I also saw... I also cast the game, which is Empire against Greenskins. I cast Swiss Pikeman, doing a phenomenal game there. Some of the maps with a diagonal deployment zone are interesting. They can affect how routing units get to the white boundary edge. Okay, Steel Bonnet. I'll tell you what, guys. What I'll do is... what I'll do on the channel, I'll do it, I'll say Ducky's ready. After this, I'm going to make a map. On the general, there'll be a map pool ideas. What I'll do is, if anything's not in Intestity's list, put a map on there that you guys like. And what we'll do is we'll discuss that map one by one. If we like the map, we'll put it in the map pool. And then I'll put the map pool on my Discord of all the ones that we believe are acceptable. And it'll also be a discussion point where you guys can discuss if you like this map, don't like this map that's in the current map pool, and we can go through it individually and work together behind maps we do like, don't like, and it'll also help me grow my knowledge behind the map count as well. That's a brilliant idea, Still Want It, and all ideas are great, guys. Just remember that. We all see things from a very, very different point of view, and you know, we all come from different walks of life, and we've all experienced very, very different things. So always having new ideas is fantastic. Play Slungold. Intestity's map list is... Right, okay. Well, that's why I use them. They're like tournament maps. Here's the ones that he must think they're good, surely. He has to think they're good, Butcherbird, because they're the ones for his ladder. Like he has to think that they are good. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in his ladder, right? Yeah, sorry, CJ, man. There's not going to be a stream. There certainly won't be a stream tomorrow. Sunday, maybe a stream, maybe. More than likely, just going to be a video. But yeah. All right. How you doing, Dutch Favor? Remove blocker, comrade. I have, sir. Unfortunately, here there's a bit of a wait for Mr. Boyd, Mr. Lols. I've got a spreadsheet download of maps rated by size and good/bad. Is that into this list? I'm not sure. If you have that though, Steel Bonnet, I'd appreciate that. If you sent that forward, that'd be really awesome. Or if you'd like to keep it for yourself, by all means. But if you were happy to send in that forward to me in a private message, I would be very happy with that. Alright, so Ducky up against Void. It's going to be game 1 here in the finals of a best of 5. We'll be starting on Oakenhammer and then moving to Alpine Ridge next. It's going to be Lizardmen here up against Lizardmen, and we have the Lizardman main here up against Void Lols, who's one of the best players in the world for sure. Just vibing watching the Duck Overlord win this tournament. Yes, I'm sure there's going to be quite a few Ducky fans here. I'll load to your Discord. Thanks very much, Mr. Steel Bonnet. I appreciate that very, very highly. Maybe try that in match-up discussion. So, here for the Lizardmen of Rubber Duck of War. It looks like we have some Skin Cohort Javelins, 1, 2, 3, 4 units of them. We also have a Temple Guard, the cohort of Sotek, the ROR there, a couple of units of Saurus Warriors with shields in the front, looks like 4 to be specific. And over here on the right we have the Saurus Spears with shields, 3 units of them, and we had the Skink Priest of Beasts, as well as... Yo, let's go, let's go. I love this, I love this. So we have Nakai the Wanderer with Primal Roar, and Miasma of Despair. That's if he actually beats Void using him, that I'm gonna laugh so hard. Right, for the man, the myth, the Void Legend, we have 5 units of Chameleon Skinks in the front for the 360-degree shooting. We also have 4 units of Skin Cohort Javelins here in behind them, and we have the Slan. Oh no, we don't. We have Lord Mazda Mundi. So Mazda Mundi here on the toilet chair. What does he have for us today? He has Ruination of Cities, Banishment, sort of Shield of the Old Ones, Apotheosis, Harmonic Convergence, Net of Amentok, and these Greater Arcane Conduits. So lots of good stuff there. Saurus Spears with Shields, looks like 1 of those and 2 units of the Saurus Warrior Shields. And we'll be having some Cold One Spear Riders with some Razordon Hunting Packs here in the back. So 2 units of Razordon Hunting Packs, 2 units of Cold One Spear Riders. Really, really awesome stuff. And this should be very interesting. I don't know how this build is going to do against so much range. There's no Chameleon Skinks here, so I don't know. Alright, good luck, have fun from Ducky, and the additional back here from Void. So let's enjoy a fantastic matchup. Alright, so this is going to be moving forward here. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for Ducky. He has a lot of protection here, so 60 armor plus the bronze shield here for the Saurus Warriors with shields. These are some very thick boys indeed, but you have 5 units of Chameleon Skinks, and also the Javelins in behind with that cavalry to help support, and 2 units of Razordon Hunting Packs. Quick question, guys. Do the Razordon Hunting Packs count as 360 degree? I don't think they do, right? I think they can only fire forward, right? I'm pretty sure. Alright, so it looks like coming around the back, the Chameleon Skinks, trying to whip around the flanks and shoot into the sides of the Saurus Warrior Spears. Now, where's the Transportation of Godon going to go down? Transportation of Godon could be very good at just trying to snipe out Lord Mazdamundi. He does have 32 melee defense with 45 armor, but you can snipe him out pretty comfortably. Get double Transportation of Godon on top of him, and you're laughing. You could potentially snipe him out quite comfortably, but you will need to be keeping this cavalry nice and close. Looks like an overcasted net going down here on these entities in the middle. Transportation of Godon going down, and this is where the cavalry needs to come in. We do have Brazen on hunting packs nice and close. They should be able to spear up against this Feral Manticore. But where's he going to go? What's he going to chase? I think it has to be Lord Mazdamundi. I think you need to keep him under pressure. You need to stop this Winds of Magic from coming in, and you need to do the deeds. In the back, we are going to see the Chameleon Skinks just wrapping around, getting this really nice U shape, and really sort of pinning in Ducky's force. So if you just try to punch through in any sort of direction, he'll just wrap around fully and maintain that U shape. Feral Manticore got absolutely wrecked on approach, has forced him to rampage and then go into the Chameleon Skinks. Sorry, the Skink cohort. And coming through here, perfect. The Cold One Spear Riders will come in and completely clean them up, and GG, that's done and dusted. Here in the pocket, though, we do have the Rubber Ducks Skinks. They are going to be struggling up against the white here from Void. There's just so much more range on Void's side. Balance of power here are going to be slightly in Void's favour, but not too much, I say, just yet. Razordons in the back. These boys are still going to be having 15 ammunition, and they're going to be absolutely volleying here into the flanks of the Saurus Spears with shields. It's looking pretty painful for Ducky, but it looks like in the back here we are going to be having some Chameleon Skinks going into the backside of the Skink cohort with javelins. They're going to be shutting them down quite effectively, so there's going to be a lot less model count and a lot less health. They are going to be shooting into Nakai the Wanderer, and Nakai is going to be taking a massive punch to the face here. All the Saurus Spears are going to be able to catch though. All the Saurus Spears are going to be able to work onto the Razordon hunting packs. A little bit of a lack of micro there coming in from Void, and there is going to be a pocket as it's going down, so a nice good catch there for the mistake. In the back though, we have patiently waiting Cold One Riders, just waiting to see if anything does open up here. Maybe trying to see if we can get into the back. There's really not too much for them to shut down, just a couple units of the Skink cohort javelins. Those javelins really need to get the damage value. As the javelins are going to come through, maybe see if they can shoot against the Razordon hunting packs. Razordons do have, what's about 100 range? Yeah, 100 range for the hunting packs, and it was a 70 range here for the javelins, 80 range for the javelins. The Community Skink boys here are just going to be shooting into the flanks of the Saurus Spears with shields. Yeah, they're going out a little bit farther. They are going to come back, and there's nothing that can catch these Chameleon Skinks. No healing here from the side of Ducky. You will get Apotheosis from Lord Mazdamundi, so you should be able to heal any sort of pockets that are struggling. But there's really not a lot that Ducky can do here. He's just going to have to weather the storm and see what he's got left to fight at the end. But certain units, like the Skinks, the Saurus Warriors with shields, are going to be getting pushed off here by just a normal unit of Saurus Warriors with shields. Rampage here are the Saurus Spears. These boys are going to be chasing the Chameleon Skinks, and they're going to be getting shot for their troubles. So if you're not careful, oh, looks like the boys are going to get caught here. So it looks like, Ducky hasn't seen, but on the left hand side he can get his spears right into the flank here of the Chameleon Skinks. Yeah, so it looks like he has seen. They are going to be whapping around now, and they are running out of ammunition. So maybe it's not a massive loss, but you do want to get their you do want to get their full ammunition out. You certainly want to get it out. Here in the pocket though, they have run out of ammunition, the Chameleon Skinks, so they could probably go into melee here and fight up against the Skink cohort javelins. Balance of power will be pushing into Void's favour now. What's that, healing in the back here? Yeah, there's Apotheosis going down, and it's going to really help dealing with the overextended javelins from Rubber Duck. Well, once the javelins have been used, yeah, their use is not really that important later on. I think here there's not a lot Ducky can do. I don't believe. Void will have to make a massive mistake at this point to lose. The Cold One Spear Riders will comfortably deal with Nakai. Other than that, you got another transformation for Godon, but I think you have to save it at this point. There's lots of ammunition left here on the battlefield, especially here from the AP Razordon hunting packs, and they do want to get into the back. I'm trying to see a way that Ducky can win this. I'm really sorry, that's really bad of me. Shooting in the back here, the Chameleon Skinks. I don't know. You've got so many Skinks here with just javelins everywhere. They're breaking up against the cohort. I don't know. I don't know what Ducky can do. He needs to keep this box tight, I think, now. Yeah, I think he's doing the right thing. You've got to watch out for your Skin Priest of Beast today. He's a little bit on his own. Coming forward here, refuse to die will be the cohort. So it looks like they're going to try and engage here. They might be able to get some hits. Oh, nice fling there into the pocket. But it looks like the cohort so safe. I'm going to get in and do some good AP value. A mass overcasting net going down there with the Saurus coming forward. Looks like Nakai is coming in. Nakai is getting that sweep there on top of Lord Masamundi. Negative vigor, leadership, and speed going down on top of him. You're over getting the javelins from the Chameleon Skinks. Firing in here to do some good value. The Resident Hunter Pack's going to be shooting straight into Nakai. And this is the play. This is what Ducky's been waiting for. Shield BL1's going down. We now need that Ferromanticore to come in and help deal with Lord Masamundi. Spears are whopping around. We need to keep these 4 spears nice and close. He has to leave the rest of his force behind. It really doesn't matter at this point. But you need to get as much value onto Lord Masamundi as you can. You break him, and things could really, really change. Masamundi, Apotheosis here going down on top of the Razor hunting packs. It does say with Apotheosis you can bring models back. I have seen it, but you do have to have every single entity at max health before you regen a model. Here in the pocket, it looks like Nakai the Wanderer is going to be having the Pan's Impenetrable Pelt, given the increase there to speed and physical resistance. But he does need to be chasing after Masamundi. This here is the play. Take him down and really try and win through that way. It looks like the Ferromanticore is going to be chasing off the Razor hunting packs and not going after Masamundi. Maybe trying to see if he can stop that AP value coming through. But in the back here, looks like we have a rampaging unit of Saurus warriors with shields. And Razor Hunter Packs are going to be in the pocket trying to shoot here up against the Temple Guard, I imagine. No, so they're going to get away. I really think here the Manticore's going to get caught. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. So he's been caught by the Cold Bond Spear Riders. They do have some really good AP and it has rampaged him. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Balance of power is really shifting now. Ammunition has been used though. There's not much left here for the Razor Hunting Pack. It's like a shattered unit of Saurus Warriors with shields in the pocket. We still have a very healthy unit of Temple Guard and a healthy unit of Saurus Warriors in the pocket. Masamundi has 34 speed on his toilet chair. Okay. And then we have 50 speed from Nakai. I think Nakai just needs to chase at this point. Even if he overextends, you just need to take care of Mazda at this point, I think. I don't know if there's anything else you can do. So the Skin Cohort Javelin is just going to be firing into Nakai the Wanderer, just trying to slow him down as much as possible. And here we go, charge from the Cold War Riders could be very nice. What's this? Is this going to be a Flock of Doom? No, Net's going down. Net is not going to be catching on top of Nakai, but it is going to allow the Cold One to come through and dish out that AP damage value. These boys are going to be coming in and just absolutely destroying Nakai. Primal Roar going down, increasing their physical resistance and 40 melee attack. Oh my god, he's going to be punching through here. Brilliant stuff. Shield of the L1's going down. Those rocks going through. This is going to be some good flings there coming from the Razor hunting packs. Kai is going to be struggling here, unfortunately. Still going to be getting some big hits here on top of the Cold Bond Riders. And you've got to be a little bit worried here if you are Lord Masamundi. There's really not too much further you can go. The white line is nice and close. Coming in the back here, the Cold Bond Spear Riders, if they do link up here with the Cold Bond Riders, that is Nakai gone, bye-bye. But the Razor Hunter packs still have lots of ammunition. It's tough. Common Spear Riders coming into the back here, up against the Temple Guards. He's going to come through and try and help them. Oh my god, Nakai is swinging. Nakai did actually get a recent buff there to his charge, up to 32 now. I believe he had 20 before, or something silly like that. But he did get a buff in quite a considerable amount of charge. Doesn't really make him any more... He makes him a tiny weenie more competitive, but not really. Yeah, he's going to be wavering if he breaks. Yeah. GG's, well played, and Void came with the perfect army. GG's indeed. Thanks for dropping in, Blackthorn. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, GG's. This was a really good army from Void. 1,977 damage value here for Lord Mazda Mundi. Let's have a look. Yeah, so 800, 700, 600, 800, and 840 for the Chameleon Skinks. Perfect. 522 for the Cold Spear Riders. 1,880 for the Razor Hunting Packs. 890, and 726 here for the Cold Spear Riders. Yeah, brilliant stuff. The front line did score all, but good javelins, 400, 500. Yeah, good stuff. Nikai, very nice meme, but struggled here, of course. 675. Yeah, Ducky tried, but there's nothing he can do. 600 though for the cohort, and the javelins here in the front, 400, 90, and 430. GG's indeed. Second map here will be, yes, Alpine Ridge. Give me a second, guys. Let me just sort myself out. Yeah, a bit of a shame there in that last matchup, I'm afraid. But still good either way. I think maybe Ducky was expecting a bit more of a cavalry push. Let's have a look here. Alrighty. Right, so have oh, we're not doing another mirror match. Oh no, no, come on. Alright, so Chaos and Void banning Wood Elves and VP, and Ducky's gone Chaos. So, there we go. Should be an interesting one. Should be interesting. So here's a question for all of you Beastman fans out there. What are you really looking forward for in the new DLC coming up for Warhammer 2? And for all of you that are Lizardman fans, what are you looking forward to as well? I know, Badminton, another mirror match. I know. I have a feeling this is going to be a recurring theme tonight. I think here you're probably going to see a Sigvold. To be honest, you could see anything on this. You could really see anything. But I think you're going to see lots of skirmish cavalry. I think more CEM for Beastmen and more Lord options is going to be super nice. Yep, I agree. I think, you know, the Brass Ball is going to have like a Sigfold effect. He's going to be super tanky, super hard to kill, really good at dealing up with other lords. The same, like similar path as Kazrak when he's not on his chariot. I think that's going to be what it's all about. What other single entity monsters are you looking forward to then, Bibbertons? You got any in mind that you think about that you've read from lore? Anything you're potentially excited for? Because they've already got lots of monstrous units, right? They got Chaos Spawn. You know, you've got all sorts really. You've also got Centaurs. You've got Bestigors. You also got, you got Manticores. No, you don't have Manticores, do you? I don't think. But you got your Harpies. What else have we got? Yeah, I think there's still some good stuff to come. There's probably going to be some unique stuff coming out. Some more variation in foot skirmishes would be nice. Would be good. Is that for which faction there, Steel Bonnet? Are we thinking for Lizardmen? Because I think they've got a lot of... I think Lizardmen are going to get ROR Chameleon Skinks for sure. That's what I feel. I can see why it would be hard to implement, but I don't think it's impossible. It would be cool though. It would be cool. Alright, looks like Ducky's ready. Beastman. Okay. So more foot skirmish. I don't know really what they have outside of Ungor Raiders. I know they have a variant that have like spears, a little bit like Lothran Seaguard. They're like mid melee, mid range. So I imagine they might have like a shorter range variant. I think something like that. I can't remember what they're called, but I think they have like spears and they have like decent-ish melee stats. Nothing great, but they'll deal with cavalry quite nicely. I think they also have stalk and stuff like that, but you know, with the short range, it's not really going to be too handy. And I believe so they're like some sort of hybrid. They're a little bit like Black Hawk Corsairs, but bonus large. So like that sort of ideal. So like somewhere between Black Hawk Corsairs and Lothran Seaguard, somewhere between that. But they won't have the armor. They'll be pretty low armor, I imagine. I think they have something like that in lore, I believe. I don't know if that would help though. I'd like to see some more monstrous cavalry from them, I think. Something more that they can be aggressive with. Something, you know, maybe something like slightly more elite than just like better than the pigs, and you know, something that you don't just have to use centaurs all the time. Maybe also like an ROR throwing axes as well would be quite nice. Like a centaurs with throwing axes and ROR with that would be quite nice. You know, maybe one that has like armor sundering and maybe like shield breaker. That could be something that would be really handy for them. Maybe one of those two things. I would love for Beastmen to get some marked units. Like, yeah, that would be really awesome, Bowmore. That would be really good. I think actually like marked ones like corn or something, where they get like blood rage, like when they get over a certain amount of kills, there's like a mechanic that kicks in for them, a little bit like the rage mechanic here for Norska. That'd be quite cool. You know, when they've killed enough, they go into like a frenzy and they like rampage and they just go berserk. They just like get like increased melee attack and physical resistance, and they just you know they maybe they start causing fear, because you know, imagine you've got a bestigore that's just gone ape and it's just lost itself and it's just rampaging all over the place. Like, you're gonna be pretty terrified of that. Let's be honest. You know, it goes to a stage like, first stage is like increased melee attack, second stage is physical resistance, third stage is like it rampages but causes fear, you know? And like, yeah, that would be really cool, I think, for the Beastmen. But yeah, some marked units would be really cool though. But yeah, I think maybe some more options for foot infantry, some more options for definitely some more foot skirmish, maybe some more mounted skirmish as well would be really nice. And ROR for the centaurs would be really good. You know, one that has like armor sundering or something. Alrighty, let's get on it. So, for the second mirror match tonight, we are going to have Ducky up against Void. Void 1-0 up, and here in the red, we are going to be having a Rubber Ducker War. He will be having the Marauders with the throwing axes, it looks like. So it looks like we have some Chaos Marauders with the great weapons, but throwing axes here on top of the Marauder Horsemasters, with some more Marauders with the great weapons here in the front. A couple units of Chaos Warhounds with that poison. Looks like 3 units of those. We're also going to be having some Marauder Horsemen here in the front for those nice Javos. Looks like 4 units of those and a single unit. We are going to come out with the double Hell Cannons, which should be really, really cool. And lots of Marauders in the front line as well, with the Mirror Guard, which should be really, really awesome. In the sky here, we have the double-headed dragon here for the Chaos Sorcerer of Death. The Chaos Sorcerer of Death is an interesting one. He's going to be high and flying high here in the sky with the Sword of Anti-Heroes. He's also going to have Arcane Conduit, the Purple Sun of Zexorus, Spirit Leech, as well as Dark Fire of Chaos and Life Leeching. Very interested to see how the double Hell Cannon here is going to work. It should be quite fun to see for sure. Let's go here for Void Lols in the blue. We will be having the Chaos Warhounds here, just normal ones in the front. They'll certainly lose up to the Poison variant. Chaos Knights with Lances, though, should be excellent for that 80 charge. The double units on Marauder Horsemen here for that nice skirmish cavalry. Some Chaos Marauders in the front. Up with Sarthril, the Ever Chicken. We'll also be having the Chaos Swarm for the Unbreakable, 3 units of those in the back. And the Ever Chicken is going to be fantastic here with Searing Doom, Plague of Rust, Stand or Die, and that nice Unbreakable status. We'll be having some Chaos Marauders in the front, as well as the double units of Warhounds on the left, and the Chaos Knights with Lances. So it looks like it's going to be cavalry and a tiny winny bit of skirmish, up against lots of skirmish, and the double Hell Cannon. Hell Cannons will do a truckload of damage up against the Chaos Knights with Lances. That'll be some brilliant value there. No, yeah, that's true. Still, Bonnet. Yeah, I think some maybe an ROR Ungor Raider, and maybe an ROR Centaur would be really good for sure. They'd probably have to find something in lore somewhere, but an ROR at least of each of those, and then another unit inside of those as well that offers a different bit of gameplay would be nice. So at least you can bolster it out to 3 units, which could make them really nice. Maybe a couple of extra bits of infantry. You'll also have a new Lord, and I'm sure you'll be having, I think you've got a new hero as well. So I don't think it's a legendary hero, I think it's just another hero. But yeah, we have some Marauder Horsemen here, just going to be popping over the top. And here we go. So firing straight into the front line. Going to be missing on the first one and hitting on the second one here into the Chaos Marauders. And here the Chaos Knights with Lancers are going to have to be careful. Those breath attacks are coming from the Chaos Sorcerer of Death. Flying over the top, and where are we going with this? So it's going to be hitting here up against the ridge. Both have hit into the ridge. That's a bit of a shame here. It's really trying to angle itself, but when it's angling itself down, it is going to be hitting the ridge and not coming here into the expensive units. I'm going to be holding back here with the Chaos Knights with Lancers. I don't blame Void. He doesn't want those expensive units getting hurt. Yeah, a couple more misses here coming out of the Hell Cannons. Hell Cannons here are not going to get too much damage value up against this front line, especially. As you can see, we are going to get the Marauder Horseman firing here up against the Chaos Sorcerer of Death. He's taking lots of damage value there. Look at that. He's going to be down to 4.8 now, and no healing here from either side, of course. Every chicken's in the pocket. He's going to get him shot, but he has a 50% missile resistance, so you're not too worried if you're him. And he does actually have 6,000 HP, which is going to be more here than the Chaos Sorcerer on top of his dragon. In the trees, we have the Chaos Marauders from a Rubber Duck of War. They're just going to be hiding there. We're coming over to just protect here up against the Chaos Warhounds. We are going to be having Marauders with the great weapons. It looks like it's not going to help too much, and this Chaos Sorcerer Lord does need to come over and help protect his Hell Cannon, but the second one is more than likely going to be vulnerable over here as well. Looks like we have some Chaos Master Lancers with the Double Warhounds over here on the right. Searing Doom in the front here, up against the Double Cavalry of Rubber Duck of War. Look at the value there, fantastic stuff there, coming in from Void. And it's like a broken unit of Poison Warhounds. I'm going to be fighting up against the Marauder Horsemen here, which have been surrounded by some other cavalry as well. Looks like we have a Spirit Leech going down on the Chaos Spawn. Good work there. Chaos Spawn have now popped onto the Hell Cannon as well. Really trying to shut down these Hell Cannons. Good stuff. Being that the Unbreakable will prevent them from shooting here as well. And it looks like the double Hell Cannon play here could be really, really under threat. As we can see, we have the Warhounds with Poison going to be charging into the Warhounds. And I think the Warhounds with Poison here will comfortably win, as they will be debuffing the Chaos normal Warhounds. And they're also really getting shots in the back. Although it looks like actually the Chaos Warhounds with Poison are going to be going down first, as they did get the rear charge here from the Chaos Knights and Lancers. Good work there. So should be able to push them off. And it looks like the Skirmish Cavalry from Rubber Duck of War really trying to help deal up against Sarthriel and the Unbreakable Chaos Spawn. Flying high in the sky is the Chaos Sorcerer. Plague of Rust going down on him. Arcane Conduit as well. Oh, nice breath attack here going down on the Chaos Spawn. It looks like trying to snipe out using Sarthriel here up against the Sorcerer. Sorcerer's going to be coming in the back, trying to shut down the Chaos Marauders. A really nice Searing Doom going down in the pocket as well here, up against the Hell Cannon crew. So the Hell Cannon crew are down, so therefore, well, no, just thinking, it was pushed off. Hell Cannon crew might come back, but I highly doubt it. We're going to see another Spirit Leech here on top of the Chaos Spawn. It is going to be hopping straight into the Chaos Sorcerer of Death. The Chaos Sorcerer of Death is getting very close to breaking. Balance of power very heavily in Void's favour, and Rubber Duck of War has pulled out. GG's to Void. Let's hop in with Ducky. Ducky got 700 here on top of his Chaos Sorcerer of Death. You'll also be getting 45 kills, 300 damage value for the Mirror Guard, and yeah, not too much here on the Skirmish Cavalry. 225 and 200 here for the Hell Cannons. Really unfortunate there. The front line did not hold either. Throwing Axes got 300. 320 here for the Chaos Warriors with the great weapons. I really like the build. I like the idea. I think, unfortunately, the map here really nerfed Ducky's build. Really nerfed it. But 1.7 here for Sultan of the Ever Chicken. Went for a bit more of a push here with Void. Lost some Marauders. And the Chaos Knights with Lancers getting 660, 250. 430 and 450 here for the Marauder Horsemen, and so we've got 320, 220 here for the Chaos Warhounds, and the Poisons 240 and 400. 1.1 here for the Chaos Spawn, 900 and 400 here as well. Good stuff. So So we are here going to go with S and go with Storm Demon. So Storm Demon will be next. And here, let's go in with Ducky. GG's. Oh, I got a couple of messages here. Alright, so I'll with you guys. Let's get this on board. Let's get the lovely picture sent in from Zaya. Let's get Caradox one up for a bit, actually. I really liked Caradox one as well. So let's get that one in there just for the moment, whilst we wait here for the next rounds. Alright, so we're going to be on Storm Demon. Rubber Ducker Wall, Greenskins, no bans. So it looks like it's going to be Beastmen here for Void lol. So it should be pretty fun. Should be pretty fun. Yeah, GG's well played indeed. GG's well played. GG's well played. Void, obviously, I think Ducky tried a bit of an experimental build, and Void came through with the big hammer. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you think about maybe some Ungor Raiders? That maybe an RR Ungor Raiders that comes with some armor piercing, and maybe an armor sundering, armor piercing a Centaur unit with throwing axes. How do you feel about that? And then maybe some more units of infantry that are marked with, say, Khorne or Tzeentch or something like that come with different abilities. So what you could do is maybe have, you have your normal boring Ungor Raiders, but actually now you can actually bring them with certain marks of Khorne and marks of this, mark of that. What do you think? How do you feel about that? Or do you think we'll see that sort of gameplay coming in Total Warhammer 3? What's your opinions? What's your thoughts? Also, what do you think is going to come in for the dinos? Not a lot of people have talked about dinos here. Of course, Beastmen are going to be the main focus because they've been so untouched for so long. But how are you guys feeling about Lizardmen? What do you think is going to come in for Lizardmen? What are your thought processes? So I think we're definitely going to see some ROR skinks. We're definitely going to have the Skink Lord. He's going to be very nice. I think the show piece for Beastman will be the Gorgon. Oh, okay, that'd be really cool. I don't know if you have a picture of that, Bowmore. I don't know if you can send that into the Discord, but I'd love to see that. Maybe I'll get that shown up here in a moment if you manage to find it. Looks like Void is ready. Just going to be waiting on Rubber Duck Award. Doesn't normally play Greenskins, so this should be relatively interesting. Alright, this is certainly going to be a match for you, Biblington. Don't know, don't care, says Viking. How you doing, buddy? Fair enough. It's just all about the beasts, is it? Yeah, I mean, fair enough. March could be cool, but I would guess they will appear on the Chaos Gods armies and keep Beastmen more neutral. Oh yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'd certainly like to see, like I'd like to see the ROR. I think I've already said it, but I'd like to see an ROR unit of the Tentacle throwing axes, and maybe an RR unit of Razor Gore herds, and an RR unit of the Ungor Raiders. Maybe Ungor Raiders that have a bit of armor piercing would be quite nice. You know, better leadership, better stats, bit of armor piercing. Just a bit of a different variant, and maybe like an armor sundering unit of the throwing axes would be quite cool, for sure. We've got lots of ROR infantry, definitely. Yeah, I think there's lots that could come in. And it seems like this Gorgon could be quite cool for Beastmen. That'd be quite nice. Oh yeah, I could agree with that, Viking. I could agree with that for sure. I think Centaur Lord would be quite cool. I could agree with that for sure. I think that'd be really cool. Definitely agree with that for sure. I think having a basic. I think probably going to get a basic Lord We'll probably get a basic Lord as well as obviously the Brass Bull, and I think we'll probably see an extra hero too here for the Beastmen. Alright, so we're going to pop into Game 3 here. 2-0 for Void. If Void does take this game, he will be going through as today's BattleMania winner here with all the 250 points. That would be cool, yeah. Guros himself, why not? Give him a Centaur summon. Ooh, Viking, you're starting to talk some tasty things here. You're starting to talk about some really tasty stuff. Alright, so we're going to be on Storm Demon. Let's pop into it here. More Lizardman Hero, says CJ. I think more Winds of Magic might be quite nice for them. Just having Beasts and High Magic all the time is, you know, it could be a bit different. Or Heaven, sorry, I should say. Thanks, Jellyfish. I appreciate that, buddy. Got a little bit of a while to wait here for Void, I think. Nah, that's right, but yeah, you don't have to do it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I saw Void's army, but I haven't seen Ducky's. But Void's is pretty good. It's a pretty nice army. There was lots of Centaurs, which I think Centaurs are some of the best units. Them and Razor Gores are phenomenally good here for the Beastmen at this moment. Let's do it. Alrighty, so here for the Beastmen today, let's hop in with the Beastmen. I think that's where people want to be. We are going to have some Ungor Spearheads with shields in the front line, so we're having a couple of units of those. We're also going to be having some Centaurs, so just some normal Centaurs here. No AP, just the standard, very cheap bog standard 700. And we'll also be having some Centaur throwing axes in the front. We'll have some more Ungor Spearheads. And yeah, just like 4 units of those, and the Blackhorn Ravagers. And the Blackhorn Ravagers here today do come with Rowdy, giving them that perfect vigor and the plus leadership, which can be very handy there in the late game. And the Chaos Warhounds with poison can be very good at slowing down all sorts of skirmish cavalry. We will be having Kazrak One Eye here in the back on top of his chariot, and he can be quite exceptional if you let him. You will be having the Dark Nail, giving that 20% damage resistance, and also having Apocalyptic Vision here for the plus 24 melee attack and the leadership. 2 units of the Razor Gore herds in the back, and the nice Butchers of Kalkengard. These big bad boys here with the armor piercing, the nice silver shield, 45 armor, and blood greed. These boys are certainly nothing to mess with. We are going to have the Brave Shaman of Wild, and here we are also going to be having, from Void, we'll be having Brace Scream and Vile Tide. And the spell I couldn't remember earlier, so we'll also be having Bestial Surge, that gives charge and vigor map wide for 9 seconds. So that's something there you want to keep an eye on, and therefore, I don't know if Biblington's still in the chat, but maybe this could be the game to watch if he wants to increase his Beastmen. So we have the Morgoth's Main Marauders here for the nice armor piercing, and also something that not many people know about, they also have a Minter Psychology, which is quite handy for them. We have some Goblin Forest Spider Rider Archers here for that poison, looks like 1-2 units of those, and some more Goblin Wolf Rider Archers here. Very nice there for the Skirmish Cavalry. We'll be having the Orc Boys here for that nice armor-piercing shock cavalry. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, and some bigger units. So looks like 2 bigger units and 4 units of normal cavalry. Some more big uns in the back, and some more big uns. So 4 units of big uns. So this is going to be a full skirmish army. Who was the Lord? I didn't see the Lord. Lord is here. So Lord is going to be the Orc War Boss. Okay. And then we're also going to have the Goblin Shaman here. Both here on Hogback. They will be having the Scroll of Shielding, Fist of Gork, as well as Brain Buster. We're also going to be having the War Boss, which will be having Smash and Faster, and also the Opal Amulets. So You're going to be shooting in the front line here. Lots of skirmish cavalry going to be going into the Ungol spear herds with shields. They'll still be taking lots of damage value, only 15 armor for them. When they are facing in the correct direction, they will be having those silver shields, though. Bronze shields, giving that 30% negative resistance. In the front, we will be having the Chaos Warhounds, which are going to be getting shot there. 15 armor for them. They'll die pretty quickly. Big rush coming from the Centaurs, and they can be punched pretty hard here by the Orc boys. The Orc boys do go in, they'll definitely do some damage value. Running away here is going to be the Chaos Warhounds of Poison, and this is going to be a battle of micro for sure. I think it's going to come down to who could really win on that micro front. Charging in here using the Chaos Warhounds up against the Savage Orc Biggins. They'll certainly carve through here with that armor piercing and do some good work up against the Centaurs. What's going down here? Very nice brain bust in the pocket, breaking the Ungol spear herds, allowing them to punch through and do some extra damage value and push off certain units. The Orc Shaman's going to be nice and close, but he might get popped on here by quite a few units of the bonus host large, so he should be able to turn and run away here. In the pocket, we are going to be having the Orc War Boss Open Amulet going down, as he's going to be fighting up against Cataract One Eye here, and we are going to have the Savage Orc Biggins here for the bonus host large anti-large armor piercing up against Cataract, and also the Grey Shaman. Looks like a rampaging is going to be the Razor Gore herds, and next to them will be the Centaurs trying to support. But over here in the back, we have quite a few units going to be rampaging here with the Razor Gore herds, and a few others just going to be trying to fight here up against the Goblin Warfighter archers. So good skirmish here from Ducky. Looks like he's just going to be skirmishing against some Ungol spear herds. They're going to be pushing them away quite effectively. But it looks like here the Savage Orc Biggins are going to be struggling just a little bit here. The RR would have been quite nice as they can really negate that resistance, and a shattered unit now coming in through here. Looks like the Orc Shaman is going to be struggling with the AP here from the Razor Gore herds coming in the pocket. He's really going to be having a difficult time here. Looks like, oh yes, a very nice spray screen coming down there. Not too much damage value on the Savage Orcs. These boys do struggle to magic damage. I was expecting just a little bit more of that from there, but maybe not so much. So here we are going to get the armor piercing Morgreps Marauders here in the pocket. What are they going to shoot against? A very nice brain buster going down as well up against the Ungol spear herds, really just breaking up their melee attacks and making it quite difficult for them here in this pocket. Over here in the back left, we can see a couple of units of the Golden Wolf Riders are just going to continuously be shooting into the Centaurs, as well as the Chaos Warhounds, and also the Goblin Wolf Rider archers just going to be kiting here up against some Ungol spear herds. A couple of units left there over the side by Void, very rarely seen by him, but I think most of his attention here is going to be in the pocket whilst fighting here up against the Orc War Boss, which has Smash and Faster, also has Foe Seeker and the Opal Amulet. We do need the Orc Shaman to maybe get a nice good explosion here, but it looks like he has been terrified here. Not sure what's going to be causing terror here, but I think here Ducky has pulled out, and I think, yep, that is going to be a close victory here from Void Lols. Fantastic stuff coming here from both sides. Really like to see Rubber Duck War in the final, and Void, as always, coming through, playing extremely well. 1,200 damage value for Cataract One Eye, 230 here for the Brave Shaman, only seeing maybe 2 Brave Screams, but 300 damage value for the Ungor. Yeah, not too much otherwise. Yeah, not too much. 200 here for those. 590, 420, and 450 for the Centaurs, and 820 for the last unit. Throwing Axe is getting a 570 damage value, 150, 355 for the Chaos, and 320 there. Razor Gore Herds 300 and 520, and the Butchers of Kalkangai getting 770. Good trades there in the middle here up against the Orc War Boss, him on his Hogback getting only 110 damage value. It's a bit of a shame, but 900 here for some really nice brain busters. And I really do like Edbutt. I think Edbutt is phenomenal here for the Orc Shaman. As we can see here, the Skirmish Cavalry actually really struggling. So the Orc Boys getting 22, 175 and 51, and 712 left for the last unit. Okay, 417 for the Savage Orc Biggins, 495 there, 250 and 687 for the Savage Orc Biggins, 230, 180, 268 for the Goblin Warfighter Archers, with 399, as well as 388 here for the Forest Goblin Spiders. So, 800 in total here from the Morgreps Maggie Marauders. Well played indeed. Oh, well played indeed to Rubber Duck War. And today's champion will be, of course, Mr. Void Lols, playing very, very well indeed. How are we doing, Humour Boy? Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you here today. Hope you're doing well. Yes, yes. Where are we at in the tournament? We just finished. 3-0 here. Yes, sorry, I know you guys can't see. That is my fault. For the final, we will be having all of the bits and bobs at the top here, so you guys can see. Wish you were here, Quack Lord. Looks like let's just see if Ducky wants the rival match versus Caradoc. I know Caradoc might be called out here. Caradoc, you slapped me. Oh, Human, you didn't play today, did you? Did you play today, Human Boy? Oh, you did. Oh, yes, you did. You did play and lost up against Caradoc. You slithered in there. I didn't even see, sir. Alright, so well played to Void Lols. You played very well today. And yeah, where can I post you? Oh, that Gorgon does look sick, actually, Bowmore. I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. All right. I'm off for food, sorry, no worries. Well, what we can do, guys, go on, Caradoc, why don't we get you in here then? Why don't we get you in here? Well, Braddock all doesn't want to play, but well done to you, buddy. We'll get Caradoc in here for one extra game, and then we'll call it a night today. But well played to Void Lols. He played absolutely excellently. For all of you guys that are watching, if you did enjoy today, please feel free to leave a big like. I'd really appreciate that. And also subscribe if you are brand new here and you'd like to see all things Total Warhammer coming in the future. We'll play one final game here, and then we'll call it a night. I know one or two of you wanted to play a couple of games. We could play a couple of games and have some fun. But next week it will be BattleMania, the Season 3 Invitational on Friday here, playing for a copy of Total War Warhammer 3 for the winner. So that should be really, really exciting. On the Discord tonight, I will actually be posting the stats to see the top 8 players here. So it should be really, really fun. Alright, so we're going next in the map order. So as we can see here, it would have been Prague. So we'll play up on Prague. So big wins against Void. GG's to him. Submit scores. And double check. Yep, there we go. And the tournament. Fantastic stuff. Sure. Let's get Randall's gifts up then. Makes it nice and quick. All right, display capture. Let's go. Randall's gift here for Mr. Complex Slayer.
Defender of Ulf 1.
Oh, Imric for Mr. Complex. Let's get you in, sir. I love it. I love it. That's excellent. Good stuff. All right. And then for the next one, let's have a look. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now this is a battle of the legends, and I am excited for this. Alrighty. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Indeed, Mr. Caradoc, time for a cough. Indeed, time for a cough. Thank you very much for the likes, guys, and thank you very much for the support today. It really, really is appreciated. So we're going to be fighting here on Prague. Do like Prague indeed. Prague is quite the nice map. It is cough now, Mr. For Poland. Indeed, yes, it is. Would you like a game of cough, Mr. Poland? I wish it was with you, Mr. Quacklord. I know Caradoc would love a game against a Quacklord, but sadly not today. This should be quite the fun game either way. All right, let's get a nice picture here up online. Let's get a. I like this picture. This picture was of today, and I like this picture. So we'll put this one up for a bit. I enjoyed this picture thoroughly. Yes, I can play if... Okay, we'll do this then, yeah. Where can we queue up? You're already queued, mate. All right, let's get it going, boys. All right, well, looks like we have for Poland next. Let's see how time goes, guys. Let's see how time goes, and then depending... then we'll go from there. Caradoc is another player as well that has come on just super far. He's a player that since the WWC has just really, really shot up. He joined VM and has had some seriously strong practice, and yeah. Okay, but yeah, we'll see how many I can get to. I might do like... We'll see how many I can get through. I've also got like work super early tomorrow, so... we'll just see what I can get through. We'll see how long this game takes. Perfect. Let's get it going. I'd love to get as many of you up on the stream though as possible. That would be grand. As I have all of your attention here in the chat, going forward for Sunday, in theory, I'm open to do whatever. I could do a bit of a campaign stream, so a bit of single player. I could do a King of the Hill. I could do some 2v2s with you guys. We could do some sub commanders. What would you guys like to do on Sunday? Any opinions? I mean, I'll still put a poll up in the Discord, but if we have the options to play, what would you all like to do? Alright, let's hit it up then. So it looks like we have Prague. That's a Star Dragon, right? That's a Star Dragon, right? Oh, sorry. Pretty sure this is a Star Dragon. Oh, okay, fine. I'll let you get away with it this time, Complex, but you keep bringing illegal builds in my battles. Right, let's go. So this is what we have in the front line here. We have the Grey Shadow Warriors, which are some really cool units. We also have some more Shadow Warriors here. So it's like 4 units of Shadow Warriors, including the Grey. I really like the Grey. They are a fantastic unit because they also have Snipe, Stalk, Fire Whilst Moving, and also Lyric Shroud. So looks like we do have the Sun Dragon with the Star Dragon of Imric, which it is illegal, but you know. So looks like we have the Fireborn Dragon. And in the back we are going to have some Morgan of Mangi Marauders with the Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers, 2 units of Spider Rider Archers, and some Forest Goblin Spider Riders. We do have the Goblin Shaman, as well as the River Troll Hag, and the Gringor Ironhide in the back. We are going to have the Arachnoarch Queen here with her summons, and the Hammer of Gork Rob Lobber. Lovely stuff. Orc Boys in the front, including the Night Goblins here, the Fanatics to AP Gloonies, as well as some more Night Goblins. No Fanatics from them though, interesting stuff. The boys here in green are going to be moving forward, and where they're going to go is the question. Yeah, it happens. It just when, you know, every time I cast him, it's just an illegal build. So I don't know. It just gets a bit frustrating after a while, but yeah. The boys here. Oh, we actually have the Death Creepers as well. I like the Death Creepers. They have regen and stalk, which makes them a really nice. Makes them a really nice pick. As we can see here, the River Hag, did he go for Spirit Leech? I think he did go for Spirit Leech here on the Fireborn. Good targets there. They actually don't have any magic resistance. They have 70% fire resistance and 20% physical resistance, which means they'll take the full brunt there. It does actually damage the River Troll Hag. It comes back there with a bit of an explosion, but actually she has that regen, so it doesn't really matter. Just keep overcasting that to your heart's content. And Rhino Queen could summon a few nice of her little spiders and just send them over here to go deal with the Shadow Warriors. Shadow Warriors are going to be shooting here into the Spider Riders. Spider Riders are going to be dodging excellently here in the back, just allowing the Forest Goblin Spider Riders to come in and get a good poke. As you can see here, the Goblin Shaman using the wand of oh, it is the Wand of Jet. Every time I say it, it doesn't sound right, but yeah, he's going to be using the Wand of Jet. If he does have these sneaky mushrooms, which I don't think he does, No sneaky mushrooms, because you can actually pop the Wand of Jet and then pop the sneaky mushrooms, and then you basically just get free casting. A nice Vindictive Glare going down there on top of Imric. Nice stuff. Shots coming down into the pipeline up against the Night Goblin Shaman. Spicy's a little bit visible. He normally has Stalk, so he should normally be able to get away with that, but not today. Fire going down into the River Troll Hag. Probably not the best target. She has some good missile resistance and armor, and she will also be having that regeneration. You probably want to be shooting the 8 Peak Loons. If you come forward with those bad boys, they're going to do some damage value. Is the Breath Attack going to go down here on the Night Goblin Shaman, or is it going to go on Grimgor Ironhide? What's Grimgor Ironhide got here today? The big boy running forward, he is going to have the best of the best, as well as your next, and also Gitsnick. Looks like a Breath Attack going here on the Orc boys. Interesting targets there for sure. Probably would like to see the double Breath Attack here on Grimgor Ironhide. Shots going down in the front up against the infantry. And I think here at this point, just get your Spider Riders involved, get them sending in, and get them shutting down here up against the Grey Shadows. They're going to be shooting in the back here. I think you just send them in and you just shut them down, and you just stop them from shooting. On the side here, the Morgans Mangin Marauders, they are going to be shooting into the Elite Fireborn and the Dragon Princes, and they're going to be getting some good damage value for sure. Imric's going to be down to under half health now, and the Sun Dragon's lost about 25%. So you've got to be a little bit concerned here if you are complex. Balance of Power is for sure going to be moving into the Greenskin favour. As you can see here, we have Spider Riders in the pocket here to try and shut down all units of Shadow Warrior. Shadow Warriors are actually no joke in combat though. 41 melee attack there and 41 here. They are actually going to beat the Forest Golden Spider Riders in some pretty hand-to-hand combat. The second unit of the Death Creepers actually have regen, but they will be fighting here up against the Grey, which have even better melee stats, 47 melee attack and 41 melee defense. We do have the poison here for the Spider Riders, that will also help here with the leadership and the speed. The Death Creepers will heal, so when they do run away, they will heal and hopefully be able to come back. But they have shut them down and stopped them from shooting. It should allow the forces here to push forward and hopefully hop on top. They actually have 31 speed and you have 35 speed here for the Night Goblins, so they should be able to catch some Shadow Warriors here as they are momentarily poisoned. It looks like the Wand of Jet is going down for that increased mana, and the Dragons are going to be flying away. Ammunition is going to be getting utilised here from the Grey and the Co. But it's like here we do have the Death Creepers back. If the Death Creepers keep moving, Death Creepers are going to be shooting into the sky. Did they hit the Dragon? I'm sure they did. Yeah, poison is going to be applied there. And the Spider Riders are just going to be going in and out, duking and doing what they can. The Morgans Mangin Marauders are just going to be shooting still here against the Fireborn in the backside. This is not so great here from the High Elf player, unfortunately. But the Fireborn here are going to be down to 21 models, 1.3k health left for them, with only 28 kills to their name. A nice Vindictive there going down here, and all of them hit here up against Imric. Imric has been absolutely smashed here, and the fact that you've got Imric and no healing is just madness in my opinion. Actually, did he come without a caster? Yeah, he's come without a caster. Oh, okay, fine. So it looks like Complex came without a caster as well, which seems balmy to me. But yeah, he's come without a caster. So the Death Creepers are going to be healing. Going to be healing nice there. Still 21 models, and then get some good value coming back in there. Looks like the Grey have run out of ammunition. And this is pretty much going to be GG's. I don't think you can do anything here left on the battlefield. You are going to have some Night Goblins chasing after the Shadow Warriors, and just going to be kiting here up against the Elite Cavalry. Balance Power should come through quickly. You're also going to have Spirit Leech here on the Giant River Troll Hag, and Grimgor's going to be protected here. Vindictive Glare going down up against Imric, Mither going down as well, just to slow him down, just to ensure that you did get those hits going through. The Goblin Rock Clobber is going to be trying to smash up against Imric in the face as well. Looks like the Sun Dragon is going to be coming into that, trying to shut down the Hammer of Gork. A little bit too late here though from the High Elves. The GG's here from both sides. It's going to be Balance of Power though once Imric does go down. Imric going to be 300 HP. Just keep him kited here. Maybe a Vindictive Glare to finish him off. And he has shattered. Shattering here should actually affect the leadership. I don't know if it actually does. No, it doesn't look like it does. Looks like he has to go off the battlefield. But there we go. Alright, so... Oh, I didn't go into it, but it doesn't particularly matter too much. Well played to Caradoc, a good win from him. GG's indeed. Alright, so if we get Mr. For Poland, would you like a game, buddy? If you'd like a game, I can't see you here. But 123 is the password for you. And we'll go here on the map. That would have been, I think it's Pillar of Bone. Pillar of Bone, I think it would have been. Unlucky, CJ. Well played, buddy. Unlucky. Hello, Mr. For Poland. Right, let's get your bits and bobs going, guys. Let's get it going, and let's get it going now. Let's get Randolph's gift over here. Let's get that going down. Let's get a nice display capture going on. Very nice indeed. Display capture is ready. Randolph's gift. Let's go. So here for Mr. Caradoc, let's find a faction for him.
Gods command me!
And let's go back to here as well. We're going to be having for Mr. For Poland.
For Heldenhammer!
Marcus Wolfhard for the Empire. Fantastic stuff. Alright, so for the Son of the Mountains for Poland up against Caradoc here on Pillar of Bone, we're going to have Marcus Wolfhard up against Wolfred the Wanderer. That should be pretty cool, hey? Alrighty. Battle of the Hunters indeed. This is one of my very first casts ever, but we are going to have Wolfric the Wanderer, the Hunters of Champions, up against Marcus Wolfhard, the Hunter of the Lizardmen. Should be quite cool. Should be a brilliant match. You can't have two dragons, CJ. When you have a star dragon, you can't have two dragons. You can only have one star dragon, or you can have a moon dragon. You can have two moon dragons, you can have two sun dragons, you can have a moon dragon and a sun dragon, but you can't have a star dragon and another dragon. Right, let's get a nice... Yeah. We'll see, JJ. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for sure. It's also getting a bit late for me here as well. Yeah, I think for me, because also I have to look at rules all the time. Like, I just get used to them. I know roughly what you can and can't have, and what normally should be or isn't sensible. Like earlier I questioned the Chaos Warriors with the halberds, like having 5 units. I was like, no, that doesn't seem sensible, but apparently you can, so. I can see what you tried to do with your build. I can see what you tried to do. You didn't have enough cavalry to pull it off, though, is the only problem. Like, if Caradoc had gone with any sort of cavalry, I'm pretty sure you were done for. Because the problem you had is that your elite high elf cavalry just got shot to death, and with the poison, they were never going to catch. They were never going to catch them. It's a cool idea, and like some of the units are awesome, and they're really, really awesome for the high elves, but they're such an elite build is the problem. They've got so many elite units. That's kind of why they struggle. It is one of the reasons why they struggle. Because it's super elite. And those large targets, such as your double dragons, you have to get 200% out of them. Like, if their value is 1,000, you need to be getting minimum 1,500, 1,700 out of them. You need to be getting maximum value from them. You need to be using all of their breath attacks. You need to be cycle charging them, getting that effective terror in the pocket. They just need to be busy all the time. And also, you can't F up. If you F up with one of those very large targets, you've lost 2,000 gold in one go. Very much, Steel Bonnet. Thank you very much, buddy. I hope you have a good evening wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Let's do this. Let's get it going. Alright, so it's like 4 opponents nearly ready. Alright, let's do this. Alright, what are we expecting here? This should be quite an interesting one. I think it's probably slightly Empire favored. I think probably 55-45 in the Empire favor. I think, for sure. Could be some interesting builds. So here we go. Pillar of Bone. I like this map a lot, actually. I think it's quite a fun map. It's quite a fun map. Alright, so for the Norskans here and Mr. Caradoc, we have quite a few units of skirmish cavalry. We have some Marauder horsemen here and some horse masters. So 3 units of horse masters and some horsemen. With a unit of skin wolves, we'll also have the Marauder berserkers here in the front with 3 units of skin wolves. And the front line is going to be the ROR Icehorn Marauders. The Icehorn Marauders are pretty cool, as they do come with immune to psychology and that perfect vigor. And the front line here will be 4 units of Marauders and 4 units of Skin Wolves. We will be having Wolfric the Wanderer here on horseback. We will be having the Sword of Torgaud, which gives that 90% base weapon damage. The Hunters of Champions, Seafang, and Foe Seeker. It also looks like we had a a Deathcaster here. Interesting stuff. We have a Deathcaster here with a Scroll of Shielding, Spirit Leech, and Aspect of the Dread Knight. For the nice yellow here, we will be having Huntsman in the front line with a unit of Outrider grenade launchers. We'll also be having Demogryph Knight Halberds. That's like 2 units of those. I generally prefer the normal variant, but the Halberdiers still look pretty cool. We'll be having Marcus Wolfheart here with his nets, and we'll also be having the Warrior Priest here for the Banner of Flame, and it looks like a Benediction for the nice increase in leadership. So Banner of Flame, Benediction, Hammer of Sigmar, Soulfire, and the Shield of Faith. We'll also be having the Jade Wizard on horseback. We will be having Regrowth, Earthblood, Life Bloom, and the Power Stone. We'll also be having some Spearmen in the front line. As you can see, we'll have those Huntsmen in the pocket with some more Spearmen at the back. And the nice Hellblaster volley guns for the AP. Good stuff. So for Marcus Wolfheart, we will be having the Amber Bow, as well as Focus Shot, and also Hunter's Snare. Yeah, you'll also be having Fleet-Footed. So if the enemies are present, he'll be having an increased mobility. So you can fire whilst moving. He also has this good Stalk AP, only 180 range, but it will be bonus for Large and armor piercing and all the other good stuff with Stalk, and he will be anti-large. So it's all good fun here from him. Both ready? Let's kick it off. Let's do it. Let's go. Okie dokie. So, coming forward here. All the Marauders should do relatively well here up against the Spearman Shields. And what's going here? An overcasted Spirit Leech going down on the Hellblaster Volley. Very good at dealing damage here up against all sorts of artillery crews. Healing going down as well, trying to negate that damage coming through up against the Hellblaster Volley guns. Trying to make sure that it's a good counter there. Trying to make sure too many don't die. As you can see, the Marauder Horsemen are going to be coming into the flanks. We're trying to see if they can shoot up against the Outrider Grenades. The Outrider Grenades are going to be running. They only have 30 armor here, so they can struggle. Marcus Wolfheart is going to be shooting into the pocket. He will be shooting into the Marauders at the moment. But he's going to shoot into Marauders. Oh, there we go. This is the target. He needs to go after the Shaman Sorcerer of Death. Take out the Shaman Sorcerer of Death, and really get rid of those Winds of Magic. Could be very, very helpful. Shooting into the back here, up against the Demogryph Halberds. These boys have 125 armor. You really don't care about any of those silly javelins. Skin Walls coming around the back. These boys will do some excellent work up against the Demogryph Halberds. As you can see, Marcus Wolfheart is going to be trying to shoot, and that Hellblaster volley gun is really coming after that Shaman Sorcerer. Got to be careful there. And now I think the Hellblaster volley should really start turning and firing onto Wolfred the Wanderer, and then maybe try and see if you can net using Marcus Wolfheart. The boys need to come forward here and help up against the Ice Marauders. They are going to be, oh my god, they're doing some fantastic damage here up against the Icehorn Marauders. Really, really good work there in the front. Seafang going to come down up against the Spearmen. Very nice Seafang there, going down 2 units of Spearmen. Brilliant work there from that Seafang. Where is that Shaman? The Shaman's going to be over there in the trees, and he's going to be hiding just for now. We do have some Mortal Horsemasters in the back. They will be firing straight into the Knights. But we do have the Huntsman in the pocket. What are the Huntsmen here going to do? Huntsmen are going to be fighting in melee combat. You don't want that. You want them dropping off the Berserkers here. The Mortal Berserkers will absolutely chew through them. But the Skin Walls will be going down. You will be having the bonusless large anti-large shots from the Huntsmen, and no army here from these naked boys. It looks like here the Demogryph Knights Halberds are doing some good work in the front line. They are pretty slow though. They're not going to be very fast. They're 75 speed, not bad, but not great either. And here we go, the Wind Wolves in the back. They're going to be fighting here up against the Halberds. Big charges here coming from the Wind Wolves. These Wind Wolves will absolutely tear apart these Demogryph Knights. Really, really good work. With Marauders coming in behind as well. Coward are doing some fantastic stuff up against these elite Demogryph Knights. Downhill charges here coming from the Horse Masters, really getting into these Spearmen, getting that good value there. Losing the Jade Wizard can also be super painful here in this pocket. And looks like we have some Wimbbles there. I'm going to heal to the edge of the map and come off. But it looks like these Spearmen here will be fighting up against the Shaman Sorcerer, as he's got all of his value. We are going to see Marcus Wolfheart here. Is he going to be fighting? He is going to be fighting here up against Wolfred the Wanderer. Scroll of Shielding going down there, as well as Foe Seeker. And it looks like here Marcus Wolfheart is in trouble. Looks like we have Marauders left, right and centre here, really getting in there. The Icehorn Marauders still going very nice and strong. They're going to be fresh and confident for the entirety of this battle, as they're just going to be carving apart these normal Empire Spearmen. Good volleys here coming from the flanks from the Marauder Horsemasters, just going to be shooting here into the unarmored Huntsman, and in the back here it's like it's just going to be the J-Buzzard holding this army together. In the pocket here we will be having Wolfric and the boys just slapping apart the inferior Hunter. Nets going down hopefully will mean that Wolfric can get away. If Wolfric can get away, maybe get a nice bombardment here, maybe the Soulfire coming down from the Warrior Priest could be quite nice here, but no, it looks like it is going to be a break. GG's and well played to both of these guys. Let's hop in it here. So we're going to be having 350 damage value for Marcus Wolfheart, 338 for the Warrior Priest, and yeah, the spears 450, 437, and 170, 322, 30, 218, and 134. 480, 870 for the Huntsman, 495 for the Demogryph Halberds, and 268. 550 here for the Outriders Grenade Launchers, so not too bad from them. And the Hellblaster Volley getting 1.1. Two of those could have absolutely shredded this army. One here on the Shaman Sorcerer, and one on Wolfric the Wanderer. So Wolfric here coming in with 1,083, 600 damage value for the Sorcerer of Death, 350 to the front, 550, 250, 240, 800, 180, but 1.1 here for the Skin Wolves, 1.36, 400 and 100, 450, 540 and 540 here from the Marauder Horsemasters, and 520 here from the Marauder Horsemen. Alright, well, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that a day right there, but GG's to everybody that played. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to be leaving here. Let's just quickly check. Bear with me just for the moment, because I think online, let's see who's online today. Let's see who else is going to be streaming so I can send you guys over. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so it looks like Human Boy has just started his stream up, so if you guys would like to continue watching here with some stuff, why don't I send you over? Here is the link. We were doing a cough more, we were, but unfortunately... No, apologies there. Not sure what happened. Oh, that should have been the link. No worries, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, but hopefully you should be able to get this link here from Human Boy. I think he has just started streaming, so let's just double check that.
Hi, Zypher. Good to see you. So, Bobman's Frontline. Thanks for playing.
There we go. So that should be the link there. When's the next stream, Logic? Next stream should be on... Let's do Sunday. We'll do Sunday stream, so you guys can come in and... We'll have some fun. We'll do a cost stream, or we'll do something like that for you guys to come in and enjoy. But down below there, you will see Human Boy Yes is going to be streaming. He's going to be streaming a First Gladiator event. So go hop in there and say hello to him and say Logical Way. Pop in there and say Logical Way from me. And just say Logic says hello. So pop in and go enjoy yourself with him. But guys, if you have enjoyed today, please leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Also do subscribe if you haven't already, if you'd like to see some more Total Warhammer content coming forward. And it's been really nice to have you guys and host today. I'm literally going to do it right now, Caradoc. So now this is finished, I'll be putting up the BattleMania points as we speak. So I'll be doing that, and then I'll be clocked out for tonight. But I'll be back on Sunday, and we'll probably get a stream going there. So go check out there. We do have Human Boy Yes if you'd like to see some more events. So go say Logical Way in the chat, and I'll see you guys later on. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Sunday.